Hype train incoming. Don't fall for it. Sledgecore, thank you very much for the 3 months. One true fuck. True. Bob Baggett. Bob Baggett, you would look so good with a sub badge next to your name. I'm just saying that right now. You would look, your value in this chat would shoot up exponentially. Just saying it. Just saying it. Turbo, more powerful? Yeah, depending. Maybe. 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 Oh, these are from the last game days. Because I had worked so hard on those previous game days. Yeah. Yes. Classics here, gaslighting people into subbing. Oh. I'm the only streamer in OTK gaslighting people into subscribing. Okay. 26,000 subs, guys. 25,000 subs. And I'll drive to California. Okay? 25,000 subs. Okay? Let's make it happen, baby. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a good deal? I think it sounds like a wonderful deal. Do a subathon? I shouldn't have to do a subathon. I can do a 4-hour stream. What's this?
Cyr, you are looking like a winner today.
Yeah.
And so am I, because I get to watch your stream.
And the thing is, I'm feeling like a winner too. I'm feeling like a winner too. Where's the furthest you've traveled? It's a really good question. Ohio. I've gone to Ohio a couple times, and it is far. It is a far travel. It is a wild far travel. Wait, is that a hype coming? Is that a hype train incoming right there? 2 minutes remaining. Wait, that's insane. Wait, is that real? How do I know if that's real? Fuzz Slipper, why are you getting hit with 1 million ads? It's just modern Twitch. It's just modern Twitch. You know your boy here. He always gets close to 3,000 subs, and then the weekend hits, and then things happen, and then he takes a break, and that's what happens. But if you want to support a tiny, small, up-and-coming streamer, now would be the time to do it while the hype train's happening, because we have to get this to a level 26 hype train. Sorry, level 28. Level 28. I didn't mean to say level 26. You can never know if anything is real. That is true.
Finally.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Rare Plants, for gifting 10
Is Variety fucking gaming. There's a reason why these medals are here. There's a reason why these medals are here, motherfucker. Oh, somebody finally said what we're all thinking. I don't get how Kai has so many more subs than Cyr when they're basically the same. Name one thing that's different than me and Kai Sinek. Or name one thing that's different than me and NMP Law. Yo, come on. I'd love to hear it. One thing. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. I'm taller. The color of my personality. Wow, Andre. Very smooth. Wait, is that a level 4 hype train? So let me ask you a question. Vex. By the way, Rare Plants, that's incredibly fucking kind of you. 10 gifted subs. Let me ask you a question. How many subs does it take to get to a level 26 hype train? How many was it? A few? Was it like 10 subs? 10 gifted subs? How many is it? At least 3 subs? Okay, I think we can pull 3 subs. How about this? I'll gatekeep the content. I won't officially start streaming until we hit a level 26 hype train. I feel like that's within reason. That's not insane, is it? That's not too much to ask for, is it? Guys, I'm not being greedy. There's nothing greedy about that. Look, I have the medals. Your boy's been out there. He's been cranking. 4,000 at normal difficulty. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Name one thing about me that's terroristic. Okay? It's a late night stream. I know we're already creeping into 2,700 subs. How much would those medals sell for an antique roadshow? It doesn't matter because they're not going anywhere. We don't plan on selling it. All right. We're not selling these. Okay. Hydrad, 39 months. Arigato, man. This is CJW. Thank you very much as well. Is that a level 5 hype train? Wait, hold on. That's for 5 gifted subs. That just didn't happen, okay? Also, should I do that if I want to make sure I want to protect my ad revenue? Because believe it or not, despite the controversy, your boy here who does pump a lot of ads an hour, my ad revenue has not changed. I think it's because I'm on the outside of that. I think I'm on the outside of all that. You know why? I'm a bit of a gamer, aren't I? I'm a bit of a variety gamer. I did check. I did all the stats. I looked at all the statistics. My ad revenue is safe, everybody. My ad revenue is safe. I would like for you to know. So your ad revenue is valuable. It's not. Those of you that are watching ads, it is coming to fruition.
You are a terrible gamer.
Yo, side 64, 2 months? I just know that there was a time 2 months ago that I did my best to farm you. And the fact that 2 months is big because that means you came back. That means you came back, and that's massive. I'm telling a lot of you, now is the time. Sir Sasquatch 46, 43. Oh my God, Cyr's so ingenuine. Oh no. Oh no, Cyr can't read. 26 months. Thank you. That's big. There could be a couple of you. This could be your very first sub. I'm telling you, now's the time to buy in. You won't be disappointed. Some of you have a Prime sub that's sitting there. That's incredible. Thank you very much. Stocks are not going down. Stocks are actually going up. If we're talking about OTK and we're talking about the average sub count per OTK member, boom. I have to at least pass Tectone. And I believe that I can do that. How often do I stream? Fuzz Slipper every weekday. Fuzz Slipper.
Let's go.
I'm here to sell. Okay, Fuzz Slipper every weekday. You will not be disappointed. Very good community. Very good entertainment. Well-rounded.
It's my first time, Cyr.
Laundry. Thank you very much. Nativity QT. Thank you very much. Hookah. Thank you very, very, very much.
Represent our community and throw the middle finger to the haters.
Throw those middle finger to the DB. I appreciate it. If there's anybody in chat that needs me to sort of convince them to cross that line to come in for that first sub, feel free to just come in with a question. I'm willing to. Bro's repeating my name 3 times, knows the tricks. No, Fuzz Slipper. It's not a trick, though. It's not a trick. Listen, if I knew that I wasn't going to deliver, I wouldn't say your name and I would ignore you.
Thank you, Gandalf the Mandalf, for gifting.
Gandalf the Mandalf coming in with 5 gifted subs. You know exactly what the fuck is going on right here. We don't say the word sexual anymore. We don't say sexual anymore. Okay? I'm protecting my ad revenue. We don't say any words like that. So saying sexual. We don't say it anymore. Okay? So I'm here to just convert as many of you to subs as possible. If Nick can get a 26 hype train, I'm at level 7 right now. And my man, he's been pumping out that 4 hours every day. I believe
Thank you. This is Joe for
This is
gifting
CJ
5
This is
community
CJW?
subs.
We don't say the word anymore. We don't say it. We don't even say it's not sexual. I just want you all to just go silent whenever I do that. Okay? It's not ... And then if it's 10 gifted subs, it's ... Okay? We don't say it anymore. We keep this chat clean because guaranteed eventually the ad companies are going to read chat and they're going to be able to figure out what's going on based off of chat accumulation. So we don't even say it anymore. So 5 gifted subs.
It's not.
10 gifted subs, it's...
Thank you, Swing to the Bank, for gifting
Swing to the
5
bank?
community
Hey.
subs.
It's not.
Suck it.
Nope. Ramsey, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't say that word here. We don't say that word. Swing to the bank, though. I appreciate that. This is CJW. Thank you so much for that. Farito64, 18 months. Arigato gozaimasu as we climb our way to 2,700. Where's Fuzzy Slippers? Fuzzy, do you feel convinced yet? I got to be a bit of a salesman. Hannah?
I'll see.
Hannah, thank you so much. 10 months. That's a lot of time, and that's very cool. I appreciate that. Classical music may increase probability of subs. I got you. How's 4 Seasons sound? I take that as a challenge.
My
Laffy,
contribution.
thank you so much. Chaotic Daisy, thank you very much. You know, Noontown.
Thank you, Newton, for gifting 5 community subs.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not Jewel. It's not Jewel. Okay? It.
Gambis.
Hey, I'm cleaning up everything. You know I'm an ad revenue. I'm an ad revenue. I'm not gonna even say it anymore. I'm an ad revenue sluck. Okay. Should have said fuck it, and it was still. We don't say that word anymore. We don't say any bad words anymore. Okay. I would also like to properly thank all of you for 2,700 subs, bringing it back. Thank you guys for making this possible. I appreciate that. Now, Fuzzy Slippers was the guy who I was originally trying to sell to, and I know that we're at a level 9 hype train, which I find very impressive. Bob Baggett,
Classical music.
I do believe in you. I think you can get 3,000 subs tonight. "50 messages in chat. Fuzzy, congratulations.
Thank you, Cyr, for gifting first per subscription.
There you go, man. No ads for you. Yeah. You love me? Come on, we can't say that word. Advertisers are watching, okay? Advertisers are watching. Double winner, by the way. That's a level 9 hype train. That is incredibly impressive. Now, normally, you know, Nick wouldn't settle here. I know that much. And if Nick wouldn't settle here, then I shouldn't settle here. I should reach a little bit further.
The time for wildacity is now. Someone grab the fish flakes and let's get this party started.
Hold on, I'm getting a thumbnail. Hold on. Level 9 hype train. Level 10? Thanks for the 5. Thanks for the 5. I might not actually have to pull my punches. You're actually pretty strong. Good boy. Thank you for the 65 months.
Oh shit, it's Miles Morales.
From Invincible, thank you very much. I might not actually have to pull my punches. You're actually pretty strong. Make America sober again. Good one. Keep it up. Huh. Yeah, cowabunga. Snowachu, 32 months. Level 9 hype train. Oh, hype train died. No, to be honest though, I like watching Miles on Kai's stream. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. The level 9 hype train has been great. 33 seconds left. There's no way anybody could sub fast enough to keep that going. 26 was out of the park. Of course, I'm not NMP lol. Of course, we're not going to get to that level. But Boozy Brews, man. Dilly dally, shilly shally. Up. Good one. We don't even say fucko anymore. We got to be very careful of advertisers. Thank you very much. Such strong support. Hype train complete. Level 9, 55%. 58 subs, 50 bits. Mwah. Hannah Hollings coming in. Hannah? Oh my God, is that a girl in the community aside from Emily? 12229. Thank you very much for the 43 months. That's a lot. Dude, seriously, Cyr's been destroying it lately? Holy shit, swing to the bank. It's insane how good that makes me feel about myself. Cyr's been destroying it lately. Can we get a little bit more of that energy? Because that feels that felt wonderful. Cyr's been destroying it lately. Oh. I like that. I would do anything for you. Literally anything. Take my house and my wife's here. All right, Laser Raptor. I'm going to gift you a sub. And consider it a deal. I'll take the house and the wife. Cool. I'll sell both of them. Market's wild right now.
For gifting Lazaraptor a subscription.
Yep. Yep. Is that 2,700 subs here? It's kind of crazy, Cyr. You've been actually kind of cooking a little bit, haven't you, man? Yeah, you have been, man. After the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, I actually hopped into a Discord with some of you offline chatters and maybe a few of you not offline chatters, maybe a few individuals. And it turns out you guys are actually normal and very fun to talk to. I was surprised. I was actually almost disappointed by how normal you guys were. I was like, these people are so normal. They're never going to gift 100 subs each. I wish you guys were crazy and insane and just uncomfortable to talk to, because that means, the people, like you're normal. You guys are actually normal and cool as fuck. Like, what the hell? What the hell? How am I supposed to deal with that? Real OG? Yeah. Olive Garden hours is what we call it. Ad watchers, thank you. We love you. Reminder, by the way. Ad watchers, thank you. We love you. We love you. You should probably button down your shirt one more time. It helps with the subs. I don't know if it works that way. I don't think my channel is necessarily gay for pay. I don't think it is. Because a lot of my viewers, they are dudes that are actively in relationships. Whether it's another guy or a woman or a they, that's completely okay. But it mostly appears to be heterosexual white males with a couple mix in between. So if that's you, let me know. I'm trying to get a demographical analysis here. Flexing works for Hassan. Just try it.
Big Apple Tournament Consolation 2012 Preview Cup second place.
Oh, yeah.
Premier bout on CMVP.
Yep.
And I got one that says football.
Yeah. You got one that says football. Thank you very much for those 25 months, by the way. That's a long time to stay subscribed to a streamer in general. So I would like to thank you very, very, very much. 7 minutes left. You're talking about football. Yeah. Do I miss sushi? I miss sushi, but he'll come back. He'll come back. Do I miss NMP law? That's the real question. I'm an ad blocker, not because I dislike ads. I quite enjoy them. In fact, I sacrifice my own enjoyment of ads because I will not cede even a fraction of a cent to Cyr. Thirsty Wraith, I like the way your username looks. I want you to know that. Why is Vivaldi on repeat? Because it feels like I'm trying to get into the science of farming, and I feel like Vivaldi, the Four Seasons, it feels like things are progressing. And I feel like if you're playing progressing music in the background, it makes people perpetuate the subscribing process. I'm telling you one thing, 2025 is going to be my year. It actually is. I'm planning streams that are going to be, we're talking Germa level. We're talking Germa level shit. It's going to be my time. It's going to be my season. Invest now. I'm telling you. You want to be able to say you subscribed to Cyr before he did it all. Okay? So, I'm just telling you. Shit's about to change. Shit's about to get wild. This next year, 2025, we are not only going hard, we're going hard with a whole different level. Yeah. Am I going to farm shippers like Nick? I actually have a different plan tonight. I do have a different plan. Yeah. I have a different plan tonight. I cooked up a little something else. So tell us about your medals. So this is from my level 9 hype train that I got today. And this is for the level 28 hype train that I'm going to be getting later tonight. And I can't wait to join the fucking 28 hype train club. I know it's 26, but we call it 28. Okay. Yeah. So this is a medal for later.
Hype train now.
Pro Grotter. 23 months. And you don't regret it. King of Manifestation right here. I do have to manifest it. There's a stone that I have right here on my desk. Okay. I give it a good little rub right when I start stream. It's good luck. So when I rub this stone, good things happen. I try not to do it too much because I can't believe that it actually works. Who knew TV? Thank you very much. Watch this. When I rub this stone, watch what happens. Watch. When I rub this stone, it's insane what happens. Watch. This is proof that stones vibrate. Okay, check this shit out. You ready?
Thank you, Barist Screen, for gifting 5 community subs. W tracks.
That was not sexual. That was not sexual. Okay?
Berries and cream with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Arav!
You are out for gifting 5 community subs.
It, motherfucker. It. Arav? It is not sexual. It is not sexual, okay? It is not sexual. Alright? It is not sexual. It is not sexual at all.
Femiv. THIS.IS.VARIETY. THIS.IS.VARIETY. Femif, thank you very much. Arav with the 5 gifted subs. I love you. I love hanging out with you. It's safe to say you're one of my new close friends. And even thinking about you gives me a dopamine rush. I hope you know that. Baboon Error with 22 months. Do tier 3 subs get an explicit version of the stream? Trust me. If I wasn't an org, your boy would be whipping it out on a different website right now. Guaranteed. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. But then again, you know. Chat, is Cyr Team Catchy? Cyr is Team Jimmy Page. Cyr is Team Jimmy Page coming with a subscribe. Yo, why is Vivaldi on repeat? Does anybody know why Vivaldi's on repeat? 24 Ducks knows. When the streamer says your name, you have to subscribe. For instance, Taco Burger Pizza was just waiting for when I was going to say their name. Ladies and gentlemen, Taco Burger Pizza, the new sub. Thank you very much, Taco Burger Pizza, for the new sub, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yo, Dirty Dule coming in with that sub. Thank you so much, man. Yo, it's Dre coming in with that Prime. Brand new sub. Brand new Prime. And we know it. We love it as we climb those charts day in and day out. Yeah, if we're going to play 4 seasons, at least play Autumn. The one no one ever plays. Autumn's boring. Is it not? I mean, Autumn's boring. Hold on. I have to get a thumbnail real quick. Winter's overplayed? Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 I love summer, but that's because I live in Sweden and it's 70% winter here. Just leave Sweden. Go to Denmark. Go to Norway. Leave Sweden. Come on. Nobody cares about Sweden. Oh, shit. Cyr started World War III that night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Europeans are asleep, though. I can't make those jokes. I think Cyr's having one of those episodes. What episode? What? We generally don't allow Swedes just like that. I know everything's controversial down there. Yo, I know this is a 10 a.m. question, but which Scandinavian country is the best? Which one? And which one has the strongest people? Okay. We're not gonna do that. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Trick question. None of them. Sweden, Finland. Yeah. Portugal. I don't know how to say this.
Your mom was the best last night.
Wait, what? You can't say that, man. I have advertisers. We can't make jokes like that anymore. I'm full ad protection at this point. We are full ad protection. All right? We don't say bad words. We don't make sexual jokes. We don't make sexual jokes. Not anymore. No more sexual jokes. Everything's clean here. Hey, brother, just wanted to say thanks for the interactions in the church. Pleasure to be in the same group as one of the best to do it. Gooba, I had so much fun with you, my fellow blood collector. Thank you very much, my man. It was great. It was great.
PG stream.
Thank you, BChamp93. Ooh, that's a good thumbnail. Wait, you know how Kai has his like face? Mine should be a cry face. It should be like this. You know what I mean?
Steampunk horse at the Ren Fair makes Cyr mad.
It does. Steampunk horse. No, you're right. Steampunk does drive me nuts at the Ren Fair. Nobody should keep steampunk out of Ren Fair. Keep steampunk out of Ren Fair. Keep Star Wars out of Ren Fair as well. Keep cosplay out of Ren Fair. Keep Ren Fair Renaissance. Keep it Renaissance. All right? Keep it out of there, man. We don't fucking want it. I'll take the fairies. It's okay. The fairies are great. The fairies are hot. Keep the fairies. That's fine. We'll take the fairies. All right? I love Star Wars. Star Wars is my favorite fictional universe in the world, but keep that out of my Renaissance fairs. I'm so tired of an armored Mandalorian guy thinking he's hot shit walking around silently thinking, oh, I'm hot shit, and then people want to take photos with him. It's the same level as cringe as somebody walking around in a Master Chief fit. It's the same level of cringe as somebody walking around in a fucking Deadpool fit. You're not them. You're not them, bro. You're not that badass. Relax. Take it a step back. All right. Nothing worse than somebody in a Deadpool fit. A lot of orgies happen at the Ren Fair. Pink Lloyd, I don't say that word, man. Don't bait me to say those words. There's none of that content here. Soda owns my ass for the next month. I'm not sure if I'm convinced on doing World of Warcraft yet. I need some more convincing. I need more incentive. I need more incentive. Okay. What's the incentive? What's the incentive? Ooh, baked barbecue coming in for 23 months. Holy shit, baked barbecue. Thank you, man. Am I going to hate World of Warcraft? I think I will enjoy it, but do I want to play it every day, all day? Do I want my life to revolve around it? No, I don't. I don't want my life to revolve around World of Warcraft. Do I love being there for my boy Soda Poppin'? Yeah. Is it a fucking honor that I want my boy Soda Poppin'? That he wants me to be a part of it? Do I think that's an honor? Yes, Soda Poppin' made my career. Now he calls me for war. I owe him. I owe Soda Poppin'. You know? So when he calls me to war, you know what I mean? Like Everything that I have, I owe to him. I'm not even joking. He was the guy who literally, he rated me twice and my whole career changed. The guy rated me twice. I don't even know if there's any Soda Poppin' viewers that watch me anymore. But for some reason, everything changed. I had my catchy moment. You know? I did. I was having a catchy moment. It was great. It wasn't Summit coming to NoPixel. I mean, Summit did come to NoPixel, but I'm telling you, everything changed after Soda Poppin' rated me 2 days in a row. Everything changed. Everything changed. I'm telling you, directly, it was after those 2 raids. And then there were other people that helped along the way. And there were other people that helped before that as well. But I'm telling you, financially speaking, everything changed after Soda Poppin' rated me. And those of you that were there, you remember, you recall. You recall. You recall. You remember, it was like overnight. It was overnight everything changed. Yep. Cyr made $1 million that stream. I've never made $1 million. I've never made $1 million. I remember I started watching you after that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You found me through Moon. It's crazy. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who found me through the Rust drops? Who found me through the Rust drops? Did they stick around? Did anybody stick around? Stop, you fucking fakos. Rock? Question mark? Oh my God, to be honest, I followed you because I liked you for your fashion style. And I can relate. Wait, that's crazy. Because I've actually been told multiple times I need to dumb down. I'm telling you, I've been told by other streamers I have to dumb down how good I look because it's unrelatable. And neckbeards can't relate to it. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. I've been told I need a neckbeard out a little bit more. But maybe they're right. I mean, if I came to my stream and I didn't know me, I would hate me. I'm telling you that much. Yeah. I don't think that I would like me. But I will tell you, I strive to be the stream that I like to watch. And I really believe in feel and be the way you want to look. Be the vibe. Complete the vibe. Be who you want to be. Like, for me, I want to be who I want to enjoy. Right? I want to be that. I want to be exactly the kind of stream that I would want to watch at night. If I were to tune in at this 1 hour, I want to be that. And I've only learned that from the other streamers. You aren't wrong. I didn't follow you for a while because of that, but I saw you on Nick's stream, which changed my mind. See, I'm not even joking. Sometimes I have to prove myself a little bit because I might come across as like an LA fuckboy or like a pretty boy. And pretty boys, they kind of actually, believe it or not, have to prove themselves a little bit because they believe that it's kind of like a hot girl on Twitch, right? A hot girl on Twitch, a lot of people will dismiss immediately because they'll say, oh, it's a hot girl on Twitch. And you know what I mean? I'm putting myself on that level as the hot girls. And they'll say, oh, I don't even want to bother. But then when you actually break into their personality, you're like, oh my God, they're actually funny. They're great. So I'm basically saying I'm a hot girl on Twitch. I'm a guy equivalent of that. I really am. I'm a guy equivalent of a hot girl on Twitch. I am. So I think I need to sort of dumb it down. I think I need to dumb down the look a little bit, man. I think I need to get a little uggle. I think I do. I think I need to get a little uggle. Man. You know. Who's the other who's a guy sex symbol? I mean, Will is a hot guy. He has redeeming quality. you know, there's a couple other streamers that are, Wake is hot. He can talk a lot. Northern Lion, hot guy. You know, Squeaks, hot guy. Arthur, maybe, okay, so maybe I do have nothing going for me, but I do need to step it up. I need to step up my farming ability. I need to step up my fucking, like, the sauce. I need to step up the sauce a little bit. I need to step up the sauce a little bit, I think. I have frosted tips. Oh, I love the frosted tips, Pinkwood.
44 months, baby.
Maybe I need to go bald. No, I need to step it up. I'm unrelatable. I'm too existential. I'm niche. I'm niche. Which isn't good for if you want to be the big boy. You know? So, you know, I have to analyze things. I really do. I want to live that Wubby life a little bit. I think Wubby's good. I think Squeaks is really good too. I think Moon's, he's living that life. Lyric is living that life too, but Lyric is, you know, he's a gamer. I'm not really a gamer. The question is, what category do I fall into? And I need to climb the chart of that category. If you were to put me in a Venn diagram of streamers, what bubble would I be in? By the way, hi Jades. Hope you're doing great. What other streamers am I in a little thing with? What streamers do you put me into a little thing with? If you're like, oh, there's Cyr and there's NMP Law. No, come on. NMP's demographic has gone down 10 years in the last 2 months. Okay, Poke is my boy. Germa, I'll take that as well. E-Rob, come on. Shut the fuck up. Cyr equals Kai Senat. There we go. That's what I want to hear, man. Germa and Will, I'll take that. I got some Germa style streams coming this next year. Wubby, Will, Neff, Myth. Okay, you're just glazing me at this stuff. Oh, come on, relax, man. Come on. You gotta just be in a Kai Senat? Yeah. Stop. Okay. Relax, guys. Relax. Yeah. Father, son, Holy Ghost type streamer. Pokimane, Asian Bunny X. Oh man, I came here after Germa retired, so you're my new Germa. I'm confused. Is that a Germa inside joke? Him retiring? I swear to God, I've seen that motherfucker stream. That's got to be a Germa inside joke. He's semi-retired? Wait, so I swear to God, if anybody can take the reins, I can. I started watching you because you were unique. The Make Me a Fuck Doll YouTube videos converted. Wait, what? The Make Me a Fuck Doll YouTube video? Wait, I think you're in the wrong chat, man. I don't know if... I don't remember doing that, man. Somebody's got to take the reins of Germa, and someone's got to fill in that gap, and I believe that I can do it. And I think this next year you're going to be pleased with some of the shit that I'm going to be fucking... I'm going to be saucing it up. Okay? Mattress refolded. I appreciate that. You can just meet Germa next time you're in Vegas. I've met Germa. He's literally told me that he's lurked my streams before. And when I told him it's an honor meeting you, he was like, no, it's an honor meeting you. So was he being polite? Can we get an exclamation point watch time Germa in here? Oh no. You have great acting chops. Acting chops don't do anything for Twitch though. It doesn't matter. None of that shit matters, man. Role play doesn't affect me. Acting doesn't affect me. It doesn't do anything for me on Twitch. Being personable, being sociable, being able to manipulate, I think actually is a big thing as well. Farming is a skill. It's always done at the right time. There are some smaller streamers You might see it. Sometimes there'll be a streamer who will have like 100, 200 followers or active viewers, and they can farm like thousands of subs. They'll have like 5,000 subs. It's like, what the fuck? There'll be some GTRP streamers who will stream to a couple thousand people, and they'll have like 15,000 subs forever. That shit's wild. So I'm going to be getting naked today. Advertisers, prepare. Just kidding. Gotcha. April Fools. I really got to piss real quick. Look at that. Look how crazy chat got. So I was farming a little bit. See, I got to hone in on that a little bit. I got to hone in on that farm. Anal? Anal sex? When's the last time you had anal? Oh, shit. Advertisers. Fuck. Shit. So far, ad revenue has been great for me. I will put it that way. It's not changed for me. I'm outside of that window. I've not experienced the ad apocalypse, but then again, you know me to be one of the most non-controversial, topical people. I'm along there with everyone else, like the other gamers, right? Anal sex is safe to talk about, more safe than politics. True. But then again, you know what it comes down to? I take a lot of value in being an escape. I really, truly take a lot of value in escapism. I think escapism is a very important thing in entertainment. I want to be that. I want you to come here knowing that that is never going to ever be a thing you're going to have to worry about. You know, you could say, oh, Cyr, but it is your responsibility at a certain point, blah, 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 blah. And I would love for that to be true in my case, but I'm just so underqualified to give an opinion about any of that kind of stuff that I think that you should form that opinion yourself, and you should form that opinion using resources that you find out that aren't me. Okay, I'm here to play video games. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm not good at anything else except for making you laugh. And that's all you're ever going to get here. I'm going to make you laugh. And we're going to watch a little bit of, you know, we watch a little bit of Antique Roadshow every now and then. Thank you, Shiba Sashi. Thank you. Yes. Don't bend the knee. Your mom bended both knees last night. Bent. Bended? Yeah, but see, that's farming. So I don't know if you guys know, typos and mispronouncing things are the ultimate farm. Another thing is, instead of Vivaldi, you should play Loro by Gizmonti. Insta 100 gifted guaranteed. See, I have a feeling this is somebody with a lot of money in chat who's just really testing the waters, and I'm going to give into it. Okay, Loro by Gizmonti. Gotcha. Yeah. Why is this not showing up? What the fuck? Hello? Hello? Here we go. Now we wait for 100 gifted subs, I guess. This is what rich people listen to? Yeah. fucking liar. I do like that song though. I'm adding it to my intro songs. Oh, Kibbles. It did work. Maybe it was his typo and this is lose 100 sub song. That'd be horrible, man. All right, I'm going to pee real quick and I want you guys to do this. I want you to see how smoothly you can count to 100 in a combined effort. When I come back, I want to see a beautiful, smooth 1 to 100 with no impure numbers in between. I'm going to play the rich people music again. Did you fuck it up? I really respect that you guys tried. I have to show you. So I went vintage shopping today and I ended up getting a new chair in the living room and a new table. I got a coffee table, a wooden refurbished coffee table, and I actually got a really chill green pillowed lounge chair made out of bamboo. And then I got this tankard set. I don't know. Some of you may be familiar with this because it seems to be a popular vintage set. It's called Siesta Wear. But I had to buy it immediately just because of how intense it looked. Look at this. Look at that. Siesta Wear. And it came with like a big cookie jar too. Look at this. Have any of you seen this? Is this lead? I don't think it is. I looked it up. But it's called Siesta Wear. Like, that's the actual name of the company. It's like, it says Siesta Wear in glass on the bottom. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Isn't that cool? Lead is okay, but only in high doses. Well, you could say the same about dick, and your mom's only been getting high doses of that. So is she okay? That was so uncalled for because you're like a long-time sub, man. It's Links. Thank you very much for the 14 months. All right. Come on. Come on. That was fucking good. That was fucking good. You know it was. Was that uncalled for? I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I come out. I'm a tiger. I'm a snake. I'm afraid of the beast that's gonna be when he comes out. If I come in, how's coming with them? I'm gonna tear him up. I'm a killer, and I'm scared of who I'm gonna be if I go into that cage. Uh-huh. All right, guys. Let's get into the I feel like I farmed pretty well so far. Okay. I feel like I really did. Did I not farm pretty decently today? Oh my god, this guy always makes everything about himself. Chat, look who it is.
Can you put the camera on me?
Chat, look at this. Look at that. You know what they call him? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Oh, did you feel that? We were so in sync, it like vibrated the room.
The whole room was vibrating.
John J. I can feel another self-defense situation coming.
Yeah, anyways, I hope you don't put me in a self-defense.
Years of brain damage.
Frick Nato, 25 months. Feel this again. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Wherever we go out, people always shout. He goes, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Na 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 na.
Oh.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, there goes Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Na 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 na. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. I fucked a lot of hoes. If not in the bones, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'm fucking hoes and smoking crack. That was just meaty. That was meat and cloth. Ooh.
Ooh. Let me just. Ooh. My bad.
Check this out, by the way.
Ooh, there's so much lead in this.
You think there's lead in this?
It's lead.
Look at that. Tag's still on it. That's how you know it's fresh. And guess what it says on it? Set. Check it out. Set. It still says set. Let's see how fresh it is. By the way, I got a hand shooken by a Mason last night. A Freemason. Multiple times.
Do they have their own handshake?
Yes, they do.
This?
No. It's aggressive. It's firm, and it was like there's different ones. There's different ones. They're split, but this one was finger and the fucking wrist. It was like finger pressed into my. It was this finger pressed into my wrist aggressively, and it was that 3 times, and I tested it every single time, and he looked at me aggressively in the eyes every time. I think he was testing that shit out.
He's just feeling around, seeing what he gets, you know.
It was that. It was like boom, 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 boom. And he was testing my circulation. Yeah, he was a wide-eyed Freemason. It was a Freemason, man. Oh. Shut up, man. Yo, don't talk about us. He's testing the telepathy powers. That's another one of those tricks. I think he was just testing the stonemasonry. And I was like, I'm not going to do it back, man. What if I did it back? And he's like, a brother. Stonemason.
And then what would have happened from there? Would things have escalated?
Nicolas Cage would have come out. And he would have been like, I found the treasure. You're a part of this. Treasure. You can't talk about it?
Cage.
I'm Nick Cage. Mommy! Daddy! Unmake me and save me from the hell of living!
I feel like it's actually the first time I've heard you do long legs.
I've done that multiple times. Oh, I think you were gone when I was quoting it multiple times.
Oh, okay.
But there was
you need to keep doing that.
Yeah. I never saw it.
Neither did I.
But that scene is hilarious. Well, guys, Finn's going night-night. He's just had such a long day. He woke up at 6 a.m.
I've been waking up early, smelling the fresh morning air. Birds are chirping tweedly deep. You know. All right.
Everybody say goodnight.
All right.
Say goodnight to Finn, everybody. You ready? Let this will send him off.
Nightmares. My balls!
Oh my god. So that's what we send you off to.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a normal guy having a bad day.
Oh, wait. One thing before you do go. Somebody did suggest this to me, and I did add it to my playlist. I want to know what you think of it. Maybe you're familiar with it. It's called Loro by Egberto Gismonti.
It's quite the name.
Is this fusion? What is this? I kind of like it. It's got a little bit of a Price is Right thing.
Does sound like fusion.
I kind of like it. Is it fun?
It's not fun. But there's some danger to it, too.
Yeah. There's a little bit of doubt.
A little bit that uncertainty.
Progressive Price is Right. Vegan jazz.
Stuck in an imagine your elevator.
Music to trade stocks too.
Just clicking through. I think I may make that trade.
Chaotic elevator core. What a genre, man.
The elevator just shaking a little bit. Crazy elevator, huh?
Music to get suit tailored to. Ooh.
I'm here to make some alterations.
Oh my god, everyone's just like complimenting. Wonderful arms. Oh my god.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Happy snorecore. Oh.
You kiddos have some fun, all right?
All right, we will.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Good night, Finn.
Night.
Oh, Monopoly Core. Patek Philippe authorized dealer showroom music. I know what we're doing tonight. We're watching some Antique Roadshow tonight. I don't give a fuck what any of you say. Don't worry, Finn. I'm going to put on headphones so you don't have to listen to the chaotic elevator core. I'm putting on chaotic elevator core. I love my job. You guys make it possible, so thank you. It's moments like this that are just so fun. Am I Persian? No, I'm not. I'm white. I'm 60% Greater London, Anglo-Saxon, 40% French. Those aren't the exact. There's like a little bit of space there. There's like 0.9% Scandinavian, which goes hand in hand with being British. If you're modern British, by default, historically speaking, you probably have a little bit of Scandinavian in you. So, oh. Stop. How do you guys know? Stop. I'm trying to like cry. I'm trying. Oh. Better enough. I'll bear it enough. I don't feel. I'm just not feeling it the same way that Michael Caine probably felt it that night. You don't shift eyes either. You choose one. You don't do this. Oh, you choose one. And that's Michael Caine about to act, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't make me watch the scene again, man. Please, God, don't make me watch it. Alfred, Rachel and I had a future. How could you? What have I told you? I'll bet that letter. What have I told you? I'll bet it enough. Alfred. Alfred. Goodbye, Alfred. Goodbye, Alfred. Alfred. Goodbye, Alfred. Alfred. What? What have I told you? What have I told you? Out of protection, I'll bite that letter. It would mean saying goodbye to somebody who I cared for ever since I heard these cries echo through this house. Goodbye, Alfred. This is cringe. Here. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Hold on. Was that out of line? Because it was. That was like a band cause true. That was a band cause true. Fuck. At least he's honest. All right, I'm banning you too. Fuck, bro. Just kidding. I'll put him on. I'll put him on a 10-minute timeout. Okay. I swapped him. 10-minute timeout. Bad boy. Bad boy. Yes, it's cringe. Yes, it's cringe. Yes, it's cringe. You're right. You're so right. But look a little bit deeper. Like my humor is taking the cringe and beating the dead horse. That's what I do. I gotta really just keep the bit going. I gotta keep the bit going, man. I really do. I gotta keep the bit going. God. All right. Daddy, mommy, save me. You know, unmake me and save me. Cringecore. Shop. I do need to watch the scene though, real quick. Breaking down Michael Caine's voice. What is this?
Well, broadsheet journalists have described my
Here we go.
impressions as stunningly accurate.
Well, they're wrong. I've not heard your Michael Caine, but I assume it would be something along the lines of, my name's Michael Caine.
That is where you are so wrong. And you can look at my live video for proof, because that's the very thing I don't do. I say that you used to talk like
Do
this.
you Michael Caine?
Okay. I say Michael Caine used to talk like this in the 1960s.
I could never do this voice. I could never do this voice.
And I say that over the years, Michael's voice has come down several octaves. Let me finish. And all of the cigars and the brandy don't let me finish.
Could you see him? Could you see him going into the Michael Caine? Could you see him preparing the Michael Caine voice?
The cigars and the brandy don't let me finish. Can now be heard.
Okay.
I've not fucking finished. In the back of the voice.
Fucking.
The voice.
I'm not
We are
fucking
still
finished.
Not finished. The voice.
Well, you're panicking.
Yeah,
No, I'm
because
about
you
to
look
stop.
like you're about to bloody talk. Let me finish. Right, so Michael Caine's voice now in the Batman movies and in Harry Brown. I can't go fast because Michael Caine talks very, very slowly.
Right, this is how Michael Caine speaks. Michael Caine speaks to his nose like that. He gets very, very specific. It's very like that. When he gets loudly, it gets very
This one's
loud
good.
indeed.
He really has the face. He really does have the face.
It gets very specific. It's not quite nasal enough the way you're doing it, all right? You're not doing it the way he speaks. You're not doing it with the kind of... And you don't do the broken voice when he gets very emotional. When he gets very emotional indeed. She was only 16 years old. She was only 16. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That's Michael Caine.
He really did go back to the old Michael Caine though. Goodbye. But goodbye, Alfred. Here we go. Okay, this is what I remember this. Alfred, Rachel and I had a few. You used Rachel against me. Alfred, I cannot forgive you. And he's like, oh. I just remember that. He's holding like a USB. He's like holding a USB in his hand. Cross echo through this house. It would mean losing. Oh. It was like that. It was like that. It was like that. Yeah. Yeah.
But I won't bury you. I've buried enough members of the Wayne family.
You leave me?
You see only one end to your journey. Leaving is all I have to make you understand.
Yeah.
You're not
He didn't get fired. He quit.
Batman anymore. You have to find another way. You used to talk about...
Imagine your butler telling you that you're not Batman anymore after everything you've done. Like, God damn, that would piss me off. Goodbye, Alfred. Goodbye, Alfred.
You have to find another way. You used to talk about finishing about a life beyond that awful cave.
Alfred, Rachel died.
Oh, wait. He's not holding a USB port. He's not holding USB. He's holding a jewel. Oh, yeah. Alfred was ripping jewels during this. Yeah. This is Alfred fucking high off of the jewel. You guys don't remember that? Alfred's on the blinker.
Beyond that awful cave.
Alfred, Rachel died knowing that we had decided to be together. That was my life beyond the cave. I can't just move on. She didn't. She couldn't.
You really want to hear blinker core? We've done this before. I know. Listen, we've done this before. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to show you blinker core. Okay? Outside of the bar, after last call. This is blinker core, guys.
What has she had?
I can't change that.
What if before she died, she wrote a letter saying she chose Harvey Dent over you? And what if, to spare you pain, I burnt that letter?
Hold on. Hold on. Bro, it's at its Mornington. What? Hold on. Hold on. All right, they're outside of a pub. Hold on. Wait. Maybe I can really set that ambience. Here we go. They're outside the pub. They went out first. They went out to hit the blinker for a second. All right? They went out to hit the blinker for a second.
My life beyond the cave. I can't just move on. She didn't. She couldn't.
What has she had?
I can't change that.
What if before she died, she wrote a letter saying she chose Harvey Dent over you? And what if, to spare you pain, I burnt that letter?
How dare you use Rachel?
Just drunk bros really hashing out some fucking unpacked fucking garbage outside the fucking bar when he goes out for a little blink sesh because you can't blink inside the bar.
How dare you use Rachel to try to stop me?
I am using the truth, Master Wayne. Maybe it's time we all stop trying to outsmart the truth and let it have its day. I'm sorry.
You're sorry. You expect to destroy my world. And then think that we're gonna shake hands.
No. I know what this means.
What does it mean?
Yeah, his Uber's on the way. It's just like, it says 6 minutes, but it's been 3 minutes and it just keeps going up to 6 minutes. It's just the Uber just keeps taking wrong turns, so the conversation keeps going.
Means your hatred And it also means losing someone that I have cared for since I first heard his cries echo through this house.
The blinker.
But it might also mean saving your life. And that is more important.
Goodbye, Alfred.
Halftime never gets old. Halftime never gets old. I hate that this is called Alfred's Fantasy. I hate that it's called Alfred's fucking Fantasy. Like, that sounds so bad. Alfred's Fantasy.
Selena,
Was she after? This point I said, I know, and you lost them. But that's all part of living, sir. But you're not living. You're just waiting, hoping for things to go bad again. Remember when you left Gotham? Before all this, before Batman,
Yep.
you were gone 7 years. 7 years I waited, hoping that you wouldn't come back. Every year, I took a holiday. I went...
Up. You ready? Alfred's Drunken Fantasy. Here we go. Alfred's Drunken Fantasy.
to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of the Arno. Every fine evening I'd sit there and order
He sounds so uncredible. At 0.5, it sounds so uncredible. It sounds like he's just speaking out of his ass.
Bernie Branca. I had this fantasy that I would look across the tables and I'd see you there with a wife, maybe a couple of kids. You wouldn't say anything to me, nor me to you.
This is like late night when the drinking goes into like 5 a.m. and everyone's gone to bed and you're sitting alone at the table in the living room with the other person who's just been going drink to drink. You know what I mean? And the conversation gets drunk real. You know what I mean? Like drunk real when they're like trying to give you that little like extra real advice. Like they're concerned about you.
But we both know that you made it. That you were happy. I never wanted you to come back to Gotham. I always knew there was nothing here for you except pain and tragedy. And I wanted something more for you than that. still do.
He's just there left with his cocktail. I remember the music so fucking well, bro. Holy shit. I remember the music so well. Oh man, Michael Caine's Slow Down is so fucking good. There's something about movie scenes slowed down 50% that just really fucking meets it, you know? It just changes everything.
Targeting me will get their money back. I knew the mob wouldn't go down without a fight, but this is different. They've crossed the line.
You crossed the line first, so you squeezed them, you hammered them to the point of desperation. And in their desperation, they turned to a man they didn't fully understand.
Criminals aren't complicated, Alfred. We just need to figure out what he's after.
With respect, Master Wayne, perhaps this is a man you don't fully understand either. A long time ago, I was in Burma.
Oh
My
no,
friends
drunk
and
story.
I were working for the local government. They were trying to buy the loyalty of tribal leaders by bribing them with precious stones. But their caravans were being raided in a forest north of Rangoon by a bandit. So we went looking for the stones. But in 6 months, we never met anyone who traded with him. One day, I saw a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
Bro, there was a time where people had conversations like this. 1 foot away from each other's face, engaged in talking to each other. This is so intense. I feel like realistically, if this conversation was happening, he would kind of be on his phone doom scrolling a little bit while casually like side listening to this.
The bandit had been throwing them away.
So why steal them?
Well, because he thought it was good sport, because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Oh God, I get chills though. I even memeing it out, I still get chills. Bro, when this movie came out, bro, oh my God, I remember when I saw it in theaters, it's just so fucking, I understand, like, when a movie becomes an epic piece of past, like, it's like, oh, yeah, whatever. It's easy to say it's overrated, but you have to understand, at the time, this was so fucking sick. This was so fucking sick, man. Oh my God, it was so awesome.
There's plenty of anger right now. How can you have more? The world is a mess.
What?
The world is as angry as it gets.
Wait, what is happening?
Or you think this is going to cause a little more anger? The world is an angry place. All of this has happened. The world is a total mess.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's wild. I have to show you the guys this scene from, I don't know if you have seen the where Christian Bale, yeah, since we're on Christian Bale, the scene from Vice where Dick Cheney, it's basically Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney. And there's this scene, but I don't know if you guys have seen this. This movie is fucking hilarious. I have to show you the scene. They break the fourth wall in so many different ways, and this scene is so fucking good. I don't really need to say much to sort of create exposition for it, but if you've not seen this movie, regardless of whatever side you lean, it's a very fun movie. It's fucking wild, and it's just so fun. Christian Bale's so captivating, and the movie is so playful, and it's fucking wild.
There are certain moments so delicate.
Oh, what the fuck? Jesus.
So delicate. Like a teacup and saucer. Stacked on a teacup and saucer. On a teacup and saucer.
Can you change your way?
And on and on.
I love this scene. It's so fun.
That this moment could fall in any direction and change everything.
Christian Bale really looks like my dad
no real way
in this.
To know exactly what was going on inside the Cheneys at this history-changing moment. We can't just snap into a Shakespearean soliloquy that dramatizes every feeling and motivation.
Listen.
That's just not the way the world works.
My sweet Richard, dancing around the king's hearth thou hast, even whilst clambered I for more, parched maw craned towards the drip, drip of imagined waters. But I say to you now, rest, retire. Thou hast honored thy vows to wife and crown.
It is plain this usurped vision in you, my wife. The mere treaty is our union. Thou shared thy torch's flame with mine, revealing halls and spires of long-faded empires. And now I may hold aloft mine own fiery cresset to make flesh our bond of power.
Dare I? Dare I let hope speak, place gathered bramble upon my heart for future's nest? Many winters past hath I let this hope die, cruel wind silencing tiny birds' needy cries. Now that it hath arrived, I say yea, yea. Mine own blood and will are yours, till pierced be the last soldier's breastplate, spilling forth its ruby jelly treasures.
No. Okay. Oh my. It's like a serious movie that just randomly drops this scene. I wish I could watch this movie with you. It is so fucking good. Oh my God. That scene is insane. It's like, it's so uncalled for. Oh, here we go. I mean, we got to watch the
Carl
George W.
Rove wanted me to buy this ranch, distance myself from my years at Yale and Harvard, make me more of a man of the people for the election. Smart.
By the way, Christian Bale really does it. My brain knows. I have the comfort of knowing that that's Christian Bale, but my brain really accepts that it's Dick Cheney when I watch this. He's just like, it really is insane.
So we're gonna do this thing, or what? I mean, is this happening?
Have found some very interesting candidates. If we could schedule a 3-hour window to...
I mean, I want you to be my VP. You're the solution to my problem.
Oh my God, selling the Iraq war scene. Fruitopia, we have to watch that. I'm gifting you because you reminded me of such an incredible fucking scene. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Yes.
CEO of a large company. I have been Secretary of Defense. I have been the Chief of Staff. The Vice Presidency is mostly a symbolic job.
Right. I can see how that wouldn't be enticing to you.
However,
Was this movie good? This movie is so fun. This movie is so fun. You have to see it.
the Vice Presidency
This is a movie that I could rewatch with so many people.
is also defined by the President. And if we were to come to a...
The director's a little quirky with his editing, but he's like that all the time.
Go on. I'm listening.
In the sense that you're a kinetic leader. You make decisions based on instinct.
I am. People always said that.
Yeah. Very different. Very different from...
I just love the dynamic of George W. Bush, like really getting buttered up by one of his dad's friends, and his dad being, you know, somebody who knows the ropes a lot more. And he's like, listen, I want the whole president's seat. I want the president's seat. You can make all the decisions. And like that dynamic is so fucking insane and so apparent and so on the nose. It's insane.
From your father in that regard. Now, maybe I can handle some of the more mundane jobs, overseeing bureaucracy, managing military.
It's so subtle. The more boring things. Overseeing operations, managing military. I just love directors that are just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go wild. And if I directed movies, I swear to God, it would be like this.
Laws Cheney rewrote with John Yoo. They had a full menu of legal opinions stretching and challenging constitutional and international law.
Good evening, gentlemen. Tonight we're offering the enemy combatant, whereby a person is not a prisoner of war or a criminal, which means, of course, that he has absolutely no protection under the law. We're also offering an extraordinary rendition where suspects are abducted without record on foreign soil and taken to foreign prisons in countries that still torture.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
We also have Guantanamo Bay, which is very, very complicated, but it does allow you to operate outside the purview of due process on land which isn't technically U.S. territory, but where we still do have control. And also we have a very fresh and delicious War Powers Act interpretation, which gives the executive branch broad powers to attack nations or people who it deems still possibly a threat. We have the fact that under the unitary executive theory, if the president does anything, it must be legal, which of course means you can do whatever the fuck you want. So, gentlemen.
I love this presentation. It's just such a good way of making this reality something that the normal person can digest. No pun intended.
You want. So, gentlemen, which would you like?
We'll have them all.
Excellent choice. Thank you.
We'll we'll have them all. So fucking funny. Oh my God. I love that scene. Oh my God. Selling the war in Iraq scene. Is it?
Dick,
Oh yeah.
We've been working with these focus groups and advertising executives to
Is
try
it?
and sell the war on terror.
Reiterate, we are still being recorded, and there still may or may not be clients back behind the two-way.
These guys are pretty sharp.
By the way, confused? Thank you so much.
Go on.
There's a problem. The results show that people are confused.
You all support the president. You hate terrorism, yet you're still confused. Can you tell me why? Anybody?
Don't we have to just get Osama bin Laden? He did it.
So why are they calling it a war? A war with who?
Okay, thank you, Mark. Jasmine, jump in, please.
I don't get what this Al-Qaeda is. Are they a country? Like, why can't we just bomb them?
That's really interesting. Is anybody else confused about what?
So this is non-politics. This
destabilizing the war with Iraq. So
The
tonight,
troubled world
we'll go on
and the
that.
hopes of an oppressed people.
Tribe has spoken.
Polling for an invasion of Iraq is at 53%. A focus group show people still aren't sure about a connection between Saddam and Al-Qaeda.
And France and Germany have both said that they will not join our coalition, and neither will Israel.
Harry and I, we went to the wall together with Conde. We prayed together. Israel's one of our closest allies.
They said an invasion of Iraq would destabilize the region, sir, and they don't believe Saddam is an immediate threat.
Well, that's not good. I really want a strong coalition for this.
I have an idea. Secretary Powell has the highest trustworthy ratings of all of us. What if he gave an address to the UN and the American people?
By the way, Colin Powell, that was one of his notably most regrettable moments in his entire career.
To push this over the finish line.
Carl, I have been very vocal about my reservations about invading Iraq.
No, Colin, you're such a nervous Nelly.
We are talking about invading a sovereign nation without any provocation, Don. It is a sovereign nation, Don.
You're wrong.
What's the exit strategy? What about the intelligence? Has anybody tried? Does the intelligence matter to you at all?
Please.
You break it, you bought it. You break it, you bought it.
Hey, all right.
It's great casting too. Like you got fucking Perry, you got Steve Carell being Donald Rumsfeld. It's like it just fucking works. It's insane.
Let's slow down.
You got a bunch of comedians in a room, basically. You got a bunch of comedians being politicians in a serious movie.
Enough of that, guys.
You gonna take Saddam down or not? You are the president. War is yours. And, UN has some coalition doing
Yeah,
that
don't be a
shit.
pussy. Don't be a pussy. I love the devil on the show. Come on, you wanted this. Come on, you know you snuffed this out.
Powers that are yours alone.
He's like, oh shit, I have balls. I gotta slip the balls on the table. I gotta be my dad.
George, make sure Powell sees the intelligence.
Sir.
Colin, I want you to make that speech. I'm president. I want this to happen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I look forward to being briefed on that intelligence.
George W. Bush is also he was a pushover a little bit because he wanted to be the president, but he was also a very competitive person who just fucking hated. If he ever felt like a pushover, he would be extra stubborn. And he would double down on his decisions. He's notorious for being super stubborn and competitive.
Of a small terrorist enclave in northeastern Iraq. If we're going to invade, we suggest taking it out before.
Let it go, George. We have bigger fish to fry.
Let me see that intelligence.
Of course.
That classified document described a terrorist named Abu Musab al-Zarqawi.
This is interesting.
Who had started as a drug dealer and pimp before becoming fully radicalized in a Jordanian prison. Zarqawi went to meet bin Laden in Afghanistan.
Did he or did he not meet with Al-Qaeda?
But Zarqawi had vowed to kill all Shia Muslims, and bin Laden's mother was Shia. So the meeting didn't go over well.
They had no operational contact.
Hogwash.
Larry, have you seen this speech?
Yes, sir. It's bone thin. I saw at least 5 pieces of disproved intel in there.
Who wrote it?
Yeah, they said it was the president, but I think you can guess who really wrote
Well,
it.
there's no need to yell, Larry. Yeah, well, we reviewed the speech. We gave some notes.
Powell really doesn't have a clue, does he?
After the U.S. invaded Afghanistan, Zarqawi set up shop in Iraq. It was the only connection Cheney had between Al-Qaeda and Iraq.
The Security Council will now begin its consideration of item 2 of the agenda. I call now on the distinguished Secretary of State of the United States of America, His Excellency, Mr. Colin Powell.
My purpose here today is to share with you what the United States knows about Iraq's weapons of mass destruction, as well as Iraq's involvement in terrorism. Iraq today harbors a deadly terrorist network headed by Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, an associate and
Powell's
collaborator.
UN address was seen by millions of Americans, but other people were watching as well.
Collaborator of Osama bin Laden and his al-Qaeda lieutenants. Zarqawi's activities are not.
The great general of America saying his name over and over again immediately made Zarqawi a star.
Staying in the capital of Iraq for more.
Allahu Akbar!
Within a day, he had gone into hiding.
Ties to al-Qaeda, but these denials are simply not credible. They are simply not credible. An al-Qaeda source tells us that Saddam and bin Laden reached an understanding that al-Qaeda would no longer support activities against Baghdad.
By the time we invaded Iraq, 70% of Americans thought that Saddam Hussein was involved in 9/11.
Oh, shit. They didn't show the rest. But it's heavy. I need to look at the Vice. Gets asked if he wants to be VP after that. I love that. I love that they fuck around like that. It's so fucking funny. Oh my God. Now watch us drive. What is Cyr core, bro? Isn't it just so fucking tough day in and day out? I still have that shirt. Want a fucking break? Don't you just want to catch a fucking break? Are you tired? Are you fucking fed up? How much can you take before you fucking snap? Yeah. That's the real fucking question. How much can you fucking take before you fucking snap? And the worst part of it is, working for what? Doing what, huh? We could die tomorrow. The comedy comes from the ruined lives of the common people. I love it. Well, I mean, yes, it is making fun of the absurdity of the results of the decisions that the politicians make. It's insane.
Anyone you love could die tomorrow, guys. And still,
Ooh, I look good.
We'll deal with the bullshit day in and day out. And guess what? We're owed absolutely nothing. That's the worst part of it. We're owed absolutely fucking nothing.
Had a fun night. No more politics.
How about this? I could play it alone without any help whatsoever. Because a true fucking Sigma on a Sigma fucking grind does it alone, and we know that. So I'll do it alone. I'll learn it all by myself. I don't need anybody else. I never did.
Future me always thinks past me looks better.
Don't be a fucking pussy. Start listening for fuck's sake.
Yep, there we are. 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 Yep. Yep, there we are. I can do better than that. Oh, I remember when the OTK network had YouTube videos. Sad.
Y'all can't fuck with me.
Oh my God. I really let my beard grow in, didn't I? Like, look at that. That's a Jesus Christ beard.
I'm him.
I'm him.
I've been him. I will continue to be him.
Damn. I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him. Damn. Oh my God. The last OTK network video was introducing Will Nuff 9 months ago. Jesus, man. So sad. What, in the chicken video a year ago? Oh my God. Jesus.
Do you trust me?
I do want to show you this though.
Come with me.
Okay.
S-Fan.
Where is it? Yeah. Hell yeah, it's the most replayed scene, motherfucker. You guys want to see it?
The killer. I've killed men like you.
God, I miss
I
this.
was in the Rebel Alliance. I watched my friends die 3 parsecs out of the Death Star. You think I ain't seen it, bucko?
By the way, this is what happened when our boy Trevor was working. I would make references like that, and he would feed on that. He didn't have to go out of his way. The reason this video took long is because I made this one reference, and it was so important to him that he wanted to fulfill the lore of this Rebel Alliance fighter that never existed.
The killer. I've killed men like you. I was in the Rebel Alliance. I watched my friends die 3 parsecs out of the Death Star. You think I ain't seen it, bucko?
How insane is that? How insane is that? How insane is that? Just based off of one reference, Trevor went out of his way to make sure that happened, bro. Oh my God, that shit is insane. This is some Andor shit right here. Put me in, baby. Put me in. You know I'll fulfill it. You know I'll fulfill it. Let's watch it one more time. Let's imagine. This is truly a Rebel Alliance pilot. And he's just frustrated with this bullshit. Okay?
The killer. I've killed men like you. I was in the Rebel Alliance. I watched my friends die 3 parsecs out of the Death Star. You think I ain't seen it, bucko?
Bro. for him.
I think attack S-Man.
How is he not the killer? You're all lost your minds!
Everybody just calm down.
Can I say one thing? Cyr.
Man, I miss those times. I miss those times, guys. Yep. I know. Different beast now. Different beast now. All right, guys. You ready? You guys ready? You guys ready, guys? All right. I got a parasocial tier list here. All right. This has been done a pretty good job. Claire's done a pretty good job. This has done a pretty good job. It's predictable. Clara, she's really been doing it though. She really put a lot of effort into it. I feel like Miz is more of a reaction to NMP. He's competitive. So it's not real. He doesn't really care. I don't believe he really cares. So I'll put him at a B. Clara, her name starts with C. Miz. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it. Clara, her name starts with C. Miz has really been going at it though, and I do respect that. Clara, she changed. Miz, banging lately. Clara changed. She changed, and change starts with a C. So. Just not as good as Clara. Not as good as Clara. In my opinion. She's really been doing it. All right. My next decision is based off of what Miz is doing right now. If I like it, it's S. If I don't like it, it's not that. I do respect him for making his money, though. Has anything happened? Based on what he says next is how I rate his next. Make it good, Miz. Make it good. He's gonna make a joke. Come on, Miz. One joke. One joke. Come on, Mizzy. Stop looking down at your phone. Well, I know you're not here. One joke. One joke, Mizzy.
God, it's raining outside.
There we go. All right, got him. Oh, he's out. Clara, she's done a great job. Let's bring it back one more time. Oh, shit. Squeaks does start with an S. Oh, Cyr starts with a C. Oh, God. Are we cooked? Chad, are we cooked? Where have my friends gone? What am I doing? All right. Well, we did the tier list. That's my tier list, ladies and gentlemen. On the parasocial tier list, here we go. I feel like it's pretty good. Squeaks coming in top notch. Really coming in top notch. Cyr coming in here at 9C. We love that 9C. But overall, it looks like Clara won. So. Now join me as we watch You Are Coding a new exciting project, the Social Network soundtrack. Let's begin. You directed this? I think it was David Fincher. No. No. Hold on. Not Fincher. I get them. Hold on. I'm not looking. I get them confused all the time. Sorkin? No, Sorkin wrote it. Sorkin was the writer. It was Fincher and Sorkin wrote it. Yes. Sorkin does the intense dialogue, writing over each other's toes sort of dialogue. Right? Yeah. 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 What is Same As It Ever Was? Wait, what is I'm gonna count to 10? Oh my God, look how HD it is. 5. Where's the rabbit's foot, Ethan? 9. Where's the rabbit's foot? You fucking toucher. Help me. Help me. I'm here to help you. But you have to help me. Okay? 7. 7. God, don't you fucking touch her. Don't you fucking.
Rabbit's foot. Where is it?
You gotta help me.
To you.
You gotta help me, but you have to help me first.
Where's the rabbit's foot?
What are you saying? That wasn't it? What I gave you?
I'm gonna count to 10. You're gonna tell me where the rabbit's foot is, or she dies.
Chat, have any of you been in this situation? It's stressful, isn't it? Like, it's so fucking stressful, bro. Yeah, it's so fucking stressful, man. Ugh.
Jules, it's gonna be okay.
Sage.
Yo, you're Rudy. Thank you.
1.
You listen to me.
You listen to me.
I got exactly what you asked for. Did you want something else? So if there was a misunderstanding, I will fix it. I can get it. Whatever you want.
2.
Listen. Talk to me. We can talk. Like gentlemen.
3.
Rumor has it this was just an improv between him and Philip Seymour Hoffman. So it's just great to see some good improv, guys. I love seeing some improv.
3.
Some off-the-cuff improv. They didn't know the camera was on.
All right. I know where the rabbit's foot is. I can help you.
The way you helped me on the airplane? That way?
You put the gun down. I'm not talking to you like this.
That's your choice. 4.
The rabbit's
I love the oh shit face when he realizes his technique's not working. You're Ethan Hunt, man. Fucking, you know better, man. You've dealt with people like this, and I know you're desperate because your significant other is in front of you, allegedly. But I love that. I love it. I love that, like, he's getting desperate. Okay. The rabbit foot in Paris. I can help you, but you have to let her go. You thought that was going to work? You're a highly trained fucking special forces.
4.
Watch.
The rabbit's foot's in Paris. You want to know where in Paris? Then let her go.
Okay, Superman, relax. Then let her go.
You will
It's
never.
not in Paris. 5.
I can get it for you. But you kill her, you do this. You get nothing.
Are you listening to me? The only way you're gonna get what you want is for you to.
This is motherfuckers in my chat trying to get that rock drop during the week. This is them really trying to get that rock drop. And I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman.
The only way you're gonna get what you want is for you to. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? You don't think I'll do it? Where is it? Where the hell is it?
Look at me.
Where the hell is it?
Look at me. Stay with me.
7!
I'm gonna kill you.
They want that rock drop so bad.
I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. 8!
Please, don't do this. Just let her go. I promise you. Promise you. I can figure out how to get whatever you
9!
want. Listen to me.
Hold on. I do relate to it. I really do. I really do. I really do. I do relate to it. We've all been through it.
I want to help you.
I want to help you get whatever you want. But you got to do what's right. What you know is right. No. No. No.
10. What's your name? What is a rabbit? Who are you? Who's the buyer? You don't have any idea what
I had it queued up, bro, and they fucking, the editor fucked it all up, bro. Oh my God. Oh, so annoying. Yeah, we'll watch the bathroom scene, I guess. No, we're not gonna watch. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I know what I want to watch with you. I know what I want to watch you. It's film core, it's film core, it's film core, it's film core, it's film core. Yep, film core. Sorry, film core. Let's go. Oh my God, yes. Some of you probably have seen this if you care about movies and you watch a lot of film essays. I like watching film essays in my spare time. I'm addicted to them. Oh my God. Anyways, fuck yeah. If you care about Blade, okay, fuck. I'm not gonna explain myself. But oh my God, the payoff at the end of this is so good, and it's a little controversial.
The making of Blade Runner was, by all accounts, a nightmarish experience for almost everyone involved. The cast and crew.
I didn't know this, by the way. I didn't know that this was a horrible experience for specifically Harrison Ford until I watched this. I didn't know. I was like, oh man, everybody was part of a happy project. I didn't know that. I didn't dig that deep.
Members were hating life so much that they nicknamed the movie Blood Runner, reflecting the painful nature of the shoot. And when the film was finally finished, and Harrison Ford found himself on the press circuit, he admitted that his recent claim that Raiders
By the way, Blade Runner is one of my favorite universes and like such a comfort film for me. Both of them. I love both of them.
The Lost Ark was his most exhausting job ever, was no longer valid.
I'll revise myself here and now and say that that was before I did Blade Runner, which I think is probably the hardest job I ever had.
This was no fun and games movie. I mean, this was lots of hard physical work.
It was, yeah.
The film was shot over 50 nights on the Warner Brothers lot, with some scenes, like the famous climax, filmed for 36 hours straight.
Yeah, Andre,
in
you're
conditions.
Ridley Scott surrounds you in Blade Runner with mists and rains and fogs and everything else. Does that ever become a disability in the shooting? So he's famous for this kind of thing.
It's uncomfortable.
But it wasn't only the physical conditions.
Are you guys
that
okay
proved
with this?
difficult, as Harrison Ford and the film's director Ridley Scott famously failed to get along.
Harrison and I fell out only because I was the new kid on the block in Hollywood, and I'd never shot in Hollywood before, so that was my first film in Hollywood.
And listen, I'm not a film analysis person. Will's great at that. That's Will's thing. I'm not a film analysis person. I'm very much a spectator. I love talking about how I feel when I watch things, and I love talking about the production of things, very much from a spectator's point of view. I'm not too much of a what a film means and you know why things are shot a certain way. I leave that to the essays, but I do love talking about films so much, and I love talking about how they make me feel.
Okay, so he hadn't filmed in Hollywood before, but Ridley Scott had directed countless commercials, in addition to The Duelist and the massively popular Alien, so he was kind of annoyed to be treated like a novice on set.
I knew what I was doing. I didn't have to be asked and told what I was doing all the time. But by being the new kid on the block, they didn't know who I was, so I had to absolutely stand by what I wanted. So I became very bad-tempered during the making of that, as did he.
The bad vibes first emerged in the early stages of pre-production, when it became clear that Ridley Scott wanted to suggest to the audience that the protagonist Rick Deckard is a replicant. Ford wasn't impressed with this idea at all.
I felt that it was important.
I do agree with him. I do agree with him on that point. But I do also think the mystique is important.
To have a human representation on screen that they could identify with. So I resisted the idea of being a replicant.
But that was just the beginning. Ridley Scott.
By the way, the way Harrison Ford talks and is how I feel. That's the best way I can describe. The way he talks about things is just how I fucking feel, in general.
refused to play by their rulebook. He set up a video playback booth away from the actors to monitor footage because back then, the Hollywood Union ruled that directors couldn't operate the camera. Scott's decision to isolate himself from his actors in order to review footage really bothered Harrison Ford. In the words of Paul Salmon, a journalist on the set of Blade Runner,
Second Street Tunnel.
Ridley
I
made a
used to drive
tactical
through
error
that.
because Harrison very much wanted to collaborate. But the question was, would Ridley allow himself to be pushed around by a major star?
Are there times when a star is so big that they literally just do what they want and there's nothing
Not
the
with me.
director can...
Not with me.
Never, never, never. You can't let that happen. You've got to be assertive and make your point quickly so they can make it back. It's called intelligent negotiation.
I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was a Harrison feud with Ridley Scott during this. I had no idea.
Was needed throughout the entire shoot because it wasn't just Harrison Ford who Ridley Scott managed to piss off. Virtually everyone on set disliked him and questioned his authority. Department heads who were used to making their own decisions now found themselves carrying out orders. Crew members were wet, tired, and testy, with some unable or unwilling to keep up with Scott's ungracious perfectionism. While making the film, Scott did an interview with a British newspaper stating his preference for British film crews because of their willingness to comply with his directions.
Kubrick hated British film. Kubrick despised the fucking tea breaks.
They would say, "Yes, Governor," when he made a request, whereas American crews would contest every decision. When crew members discovered the interview, one of them made t-shirts saying, "Yes, Governor, my ass," as well as...
Tell me that isn't so American. That's so American. Yes, Governor, my ass.
Will Rogers never met Ridley Scott, which people then wore on set. Ridley Scott asked someone, "Who is Will Rogers?" and was told he coined the famous adage, "I never met a man I didn't like." Things could hardly get worse, but they did. The producers were getting angry now because their mandate was, get it done fast. But Scott was moving very slowly at their expense. Moreover, they weren't that keen on the rushes. They thought they'd signed off on an entertaining action sci-fi flick like Star Wars. Instead, they had this dystopian metropolis with an alcoholic hero who shoots women in the back. Their concerns were intensified when test audiences found the film underwhelming and ultimately confusing, so they made the bloody terrible mistake to include a voiceover to ensure various points were hammered home. Harrison Ford was very unhappy about this because he had initially insisted he wouldn't play Deckard unless Ridley Scott agreed to remove the narration from the original script, and now, after an arduous shoot, those wretched lines were thrown back in. "I was obliged by my contract to record that narration, which I found awkward and uninspired," he said. And he was right. The voiceover is beyond terrible, especially towards the end. The film draws us to this incredible scene where Rutger Hauer's character accepts his mortality and spares Deckard's life, even after he's killed his lover, and delivers that beautiful monologue.
"I've seen things you people wouldn't believe."
And then, all of a sudden, this moment of cinematic perfection turns into a steaming pile of horse poo as the clunkiest bit of voiceover ever recorded butts in.
"I don't know why he saved my life. Maybe in those last moments..."
Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry to pause it. I have to talk about this. So, the first time I ever saw Blade Runner was there was a Santa Monica theater. And so the very first time I ever watched Blade Runner was in a movie theater. Okay. And it wasn't only a movie theater, but it was a premiere where people that worked on Blade Runner were there and they could do a Q&A. So one of the writers was there. They had like multiple people that were involved in the production of this. And I got to talk to these people. The horse's ass. Yeah. The version that I watched was not the voiceover version. So for the longest time, I didn't know there was a voiceover version. I didn't know that. So whenever I went to go show Blade Runner to people on Amazon, I didn't realize there were so many different cuts. And I kept paying for the voiceover version. I'm like, why is there a fucking voiceover version? We don't need this exposition. This exposition is so much bullshit, bro. Dude, this is insane.
Even after he's killed his lover and delivers that beautiful monologue.
"I've seen things you people wouldn't believe."
And then all of
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go past the horse shit. Here we go. This is insane to me. Oh, okay. This is insane to me.
This bit of voiceover ever recorded butts in.
I don't know why he saved my life. Maybe in those last moments he loved life more than he ever had before.
Talk about like the most reluctant. I wish I wasn't saying this right now. I wish I didn't have to explain the ending of this right now. Coughing. Andre. I don't know why. It's so good. I fucking love it. It's just gold. It's just fucking gold.
Here's bit of voiceover ever recorded butts in.
I don't know why he saved my life. Maybe in those last moments he loved life more than he ever had before.
You could hear him eye rolling as he says it.
I guess in those last moments he appreciated life more than ever before. Like, yes, I know that. Thank you. Thank you for kicking this beautiful, delicate, emotional note that we were achieving right in the nuts.
The movie received a mixed reception upon its release, and Harrison Ford tried to be diplomatic when asked about the personality of Ridley Scott.
Oh, I don't know that it serves any of us well to try and describe very in short terms the difference in personalities, but everyone is a different person, works in a different way.
Perhaps Ford only had himself to blame for his discontent during the making of Blade Runner. As Sean Young suggested, he wasn't in the healthiest condition.
Harrison was very unhappy during the filming of Blade Runner, partly because
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
at the time he had a coke habit.
Yeah, we see what you...
I feel like that's also kind of out of pocket to just kind of wrap it up as that. Like, that's wild that she would say that, you know?
At the time he had a coke habit.
Like,
yeah,
why,
we see what you're doing there,
why would she
Harris.
say that during a panel?
Anyway, Ridley Scott re-edited the film about a decade later, eliminating the joke of a voiceover and transforming the movie's status into that of a classic. I highly recommend you watch the making of Blade Runner on YouTube to understand just how unique and challenging and conflict-laden the production was. It's really interesting. Or you can click on this video here. It's about the difficulty of working with Stanley Kubrick.
Ooh, Eyes Wide Shut. Oh, shit. I kind of want to watch this one, guys.
The year was 1996, and Tom Cruise was having the time of his life. Mission Impossible
I want to
and
have the
Jerry
time of my
Maguire
life.
had been warmly received by critics and audiences alike in the first half of the year, making him the Hollywood star of the moment. And now he had the privilege of working with Stanley Kubrick on the director's
Man,
first...
the way he looks is just how I feel right now as a streamer. It's so insane. 25,000 subs. Incredible. Level 26 hype train. I just... I can't wrap my head around it.
film in almost a decade. Cruise was in London when he originally received the script, titled Eyes Wide Shut.
The script is about 90 pages long, 92 pages long. I remember putting it down and just sitting back for about 45 minutes. I was stunned. I'd never read anything like it.
But as pleased as he was with the material, the decision to be a part of Stanley Kubrick's legacy was never in doubt.
I knew in my mind I was going to make the movie even before he sent the script. Whatever it was, I was going to do it.
Cruise and his then-wife Nicole Kidman signed open-ended contracts, allowing Kubrick to keep them on set for as long as he deemed necessary. That was...
Wow!
71 views.
Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Emmy. Just watch a little bit of film analysis. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Just trying to score that level 26 hype train in the meantime. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Kubrick's way.
Because he's incredibly compulsive and he shoots every image about 100 times or more.
I would hate that.
He wants every image to be perfect.
Kubrick's perfectionism was well known to everyone in the industry, especially after The Shining, which was set for shooting for about 4 months, but ended up running for 11 months, and was a hellish experience for actress Shelley Duvall.
I resented Stanley at
Shelley Duvall was absolutely done wrong in so many different ways. The end of her life is just so sad. So sad.
It's because he pushed me, and it hurts.
We're fucking killing ourselves out here, and you've got to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
Should we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. So why do you want to do this to me? How can you do this to me? I was really in and out of ill health.
Working with Kubrick wouldn't be light work, but a challenging shoot was no issue for Cruise. He was an actor at the top of his game, and the script for Eyes Wide Shut was only 90 pages long, so even if Kubrick was destined to take his time, it surely wasn't going to be one of the director's longest running productions. And as shooting began, Cruise felt on top of the world.
There's a pinch yourself attitude.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, I look at my wife, and we work.
This movie's wild, by the way.
Now, and you just
if you've ever seen it.
But Cruise soon realized he would disappear from movie screens for the next 2.5 years, as Eyes Wide Shut became the longest running continuous film shoot in film history.
400 days of production.
That's
400
insane.
days of production of that movie. We're not talking about Spartacus here. We're talking about Eyes Wide Shut. You could film that script in 28 days.
Easy.
Easily. It is not a difficult script.
It's true, Eyes Wide Shut was far from the most logistically complicated shoot in the world, and most directors could film it pretty quickly. So it wasn't a surprise when people started asking, what took so long?
True.
What took so long? Well, you know, when you're working, the most important thing to Stanley was time, and that's what he paid for when he made a movie. Time was the most important thing.
Hence the famous number of takes that he does, which is not a myth, I found out. 70 takes, 80 takes, 100 takes was absolutely regular with Stanley.
See, Kubrick had deliberated over the story of Eyes Wide Shut for decades after reading the novel Dream Story by Arthur Schnitzler, and when he finally decided he was ready to pull the trigger and make the movie, he wasn't going to be hurried. If he wasn't delighted with a performance by take 10, he was prepared to shout action 100 times more until he was. But interview footage of the film's cast suggested it was primarily Cruise who Kubrick was intent on pushing to the limit.
To be honest with you, I didn't personally have to do that many takes, but I had to be in the scene when Tom was doing them. I mean, there were 2 shots, so it'd be over my shoulder or whatever. So I had to do it that many times. And with Tom, we regularly went above 70 and 80 takes all the time.
I mean, sometimes you do 2 takes and you'd walk away and say, but Stanley, can't I have another one? You go, I think we got it. And you'd walk away. And then other ones you'd do 80.
So if Kidman and Pollock often had a lighter load, what was the problem with Cruise? A rare audio clip of Kubrick possibly offers some answers.
Actors are sometimes undisciplined enough not to go home and go to sleep at night and learn their lines. They cannot act without knowing dialogue. If you have to think about anything when you're acting, you cannot work on the emotion. It's happened on every film. There's not much you can do about it. So you wind up with this particular actor, maybe doing 30 takes. I don't do a lot of takes when it's good.
Now, Cruise is renowned for being the ultimate professional, so he was undoubtedly well prepared every day he arrived on set. But if Kubrick insists he wouldn't do 30 takes or more if the performance were good, we might assume he wasn't thrilled about Tom from a creative perspective once production was up and running.
I could see how Christian Bale based his role off of Patrick Bateman. Christian Bale based Patrick Bateman off of Tom Cruise, which he did. It makes so much sense.
We might assume he wasn't thrilled about Tom.
But also, this is just how every dude in New York looked at this time.
Creative perspective,
it was like
production was
making
up
money.
And running. Another possibility is that Kubrick deliberately used his many-take methodology to create in Cruise the confusion, anger, frustration, and...
Oh my God, it makes so much sense. I know that Christian Bale had based Patrick Bateman off of Tom Cruise, but this is even more apparent now. I know it's the New York look at this time, but also it just makes so much fucking sense.
Anger, frustration, and sense of humiliation necessary for the portrayal of Dr. Bill, a character experiencing all of those emotions. And if that's the case, it seemed to work.
I'd just get frustrated with myself at times that we couldn't get it. You know what I mean? It was just like, fuck. I feel frustrated.
Fuck.
At times playing a character like that for so long. And I remember talking to Stanley and I said, Stanley, I have to know, are we going to finish in 6 months? This is after shooting. Am I going to finish, but can I set meetings and have people because people were waiting?
Watching these clips, you sense the Cruise was still carrying some of the pain of the production process. It seems that it was more than he bargained for.
I've never been through an experience like this. It was so consuming of my life.
Tom Cruise is in every scene of Eyes Wide Shut, so doing countless takes day after day for 400 days.
What a
must
wild
have been
movie.
Pretty exhausting. But on some level it must have been embarrassing for him too, when an actress like Vanessa Shaw, who played the hooker Domino in the movie, had to extend her contract from 2 weeks to 2 months because he couldn't satisfy Kubrick's taste before take 70 in virtually every shot she was in.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Kubrick was also just a nut job in his own way. I mean, yeah, you could say that he got what he got.
Call my mom back.
But I also feel like he could have gotten what he got without doing everything that he had to do. And I feel like it's a little pretentious. I feel like it's not that hard. I feel like it's not that fucking big of a deal. I feel like it's not that epic, and I feel like it's not that genius. I truly don't.
It must have been embarrassing when a fellow actor like Sidney Pollack was forced on his behalf to say,
"It's not going to get any better, Stanley."
I think Kubrick battered Cruise's morale over the course of 15 months, and subsequently the actor was happy to escape into the world of Paul Thomas Anderson.
I'm glad I did Magnolia. Absolutely.
I've never seen Magnolia. I can't believe I've not seen Magnolia, but apparently Magnolia was a movie where Tom Cruise actually fucking like method acted, which he doesn't usually do. He's more of a technical actor.
Finished because it helped me.
With Anderson, he was back to normality, doing 5 or 6 takes per setup and moving on. And given that his performance in Magnolia is stronger than his performance in Eyes Wide Shut, you might wonder whether 100 takes is
Oh my God. The Patrick Bateman makes so much more sense now watching this. I just see so much American Psycho in this. It totally makes sense.
Performance in Eyes Wide Shut, you might wonder whether 100 takes is really necessary. Many filmmakers think not.
Like telling the joke 19,000 times, the joke doesn't get funny after
Fucking
4
Ridley
takes.
Scott, of course.
If you're doing 30, 40, 50 takes, you don't know what you're doing.
Some actors would be inclined to
I agree.
Including Harvey Keitel,
fucking agree,
who was
bro.
initially cast in
I feel like
Pollock's
beyond that, you're being delusional and you're being a little fucking wild and a little pretentious and maybe neurodivergent. And you have to start working with people around you at that point. That's ridiculous.
Character in Eyes Wide Shut and was ultimately fired from the film.
He's walking through a door, and I think that after the 68th take of this, walking through the door, Harvey Keitel just said, "Yeah," he said, "I'm out of here. You're fucking crazy."
68 takes of walking through the door, though. Yeah,
you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah,
and that was it.
True.
Yeah, and left.
It's
He
absurd.
would just say, "Do it again."
Not why or do it differently.
What are you
or,
looking for?
Yeah.
Just do it again.
Yeah.
But as much as working conditions of this kind might
I think
raise
Kubrick
eyebrows
was
and annoy
insane.
industry professionals,
I think his
it's quite
movies are
like-
insane, but guaranteed the first 5 takes of most of the takes that he took were probably usable.
that Kubrick's approach was
I
instrumental.
think that he came from a time of Alfred Hitchcock. You gotta make your actors suffer if you really want to get the meat out of them. And I think that's bullshit because there's a lot of great movies that come out where you don't need to fucking abuse actors.
in creating the distinctive feeling of his films. I mean, if Kubrick's process was as streamlined as that of other directors, would Eyes Wide Shut have turned out to be as strange and bewitching as it ultimately is?
What a wild movie.
I highly doubt it. And ultimately it makes little sense to question Kubrick's methods when the work is interesting. However, where Eyes Wide Shut is concerned, it's worth noting how Cruise's career trajectory changed shortly after the making of the film.
This is the year where something happens to Cruise, and his career after
You didn't
this
beat
moment
Only Up.
of The Eyes Wide Shut and Magnolia is markedly different than it was before.
Before Eyes Wide Shut and including Eyes Wide Shut, there was this guy that balanced populism and pure genre escapism with more actorly ambitions. And after Eyes Wide Shut, it's almost like, okay, well, I'm not doing that again.
It's a business.
And
This is a business.
maybe the Eyes Wide Shut thing is, look, I have a limited window here.
Yeah. Honestly, probably the best decision Tom Cruise made too, with continuing Mission Impossible in that franchise. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh, I kind of want to see this, guys. When you play the villain a little too well. By the way, Collateral, very fun movie.
The year is...
Yo, homie, is that my briefcase? Yo, homie, is that my briefcase? Vanilla Sky was awesome too. Last Samurai, I actually think, historically accurate? No. Very fucking fun story though. Great story. Very done. Edward Zwick, the director of that, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know what he's done since, but great movie. So fun. But yeah, Collateral is a lot of fun.
is 1996. Tom Cruise is on Rosie O'Donnell's talk show to promote the release of his new film, Jerry Maguire, which would result in one of the most...
I used to use Jerry Maguire's porn. And I know that sounds insane, but I'm 34. I turned 35 next month. And so Jerry Maguire was a VHS tape that they had sitting around, and we had a VHS. You know, we had the player in the basement. Anyways, porn wasn't accessible, but there was a sex scene in this that I thought was so hot that I used to whack off to. I used to whack off to it because I thought the sex scene in it was so good. Guys, I was like 12. I was like 11 or 12. I didn't have access to anything, guys. I'm so sorry, but they were fucking in it, and I was like, ooh, damn, porn. That was the closest I ever got to it. I mean, what was I supposed to do? That was it. That's all I got, man.
Famous line
Go
delivery
away, Baton.
In all of film. Show me the money! But little did he know that just 3 years later, his off-screen persona would be the inspiration behind the on-screen character of...
Hold on. I saw The Last Samurai in theaters. By the end of the film, the entire audience stood up and applauded. Note, this was in Edgewater, New Jersey, which is primarily an Asian neighborhood, complete unrelated, but yes, amazing feel. Yeah, I mean, it's a great film. It's a great film. You don't go to that for history, but if you get rid of that, then it's a great movie, and the soundtrack is amazing. Hans Zimmer did an incredible job. Edward Zwick, not a very notable director, I guess, pulled that out of his ass. Great entourage of actors. You got Ken Watanabe. You have the guy who plays Ujio. I can't remember his name, but I do know the actor. You know his name. He's always a samurai in every single fucking thing. Every single thing. He's a samurai all the time. You know who I'm talking about. No, stop. No. Yes. Hiroyuki. Yes. This guy is also in The Last Samurai. And guess what? He was a samurai in that movie. Very, very, very unknown at the time. Young and awesome. Like, just killing it. Killing it in that movie. Just killing it.
Patrick Bateman. Christian Bale was looking for the right way.
He was not the last samurai. He died out on the field. Sorry, Tom Cruise was the last samurai. By the way, a lot of people, I think, misinterpreted it. The Last Samurai isn't about Tom Cruise, the white guy, being the last samurai. The Last Samurai is the last samurai, plural, the last samurai. These are the last samurai. Not, hey, Gaijin, the last samurai.
To nail Bateman's Martian-like attitude.
I simply am not there.
And after stumbling on one of Tom's interviews with David Letterman, he'd found exactly what he was looking for. Bale said that Cruise had this intense friendliness with nothing behind the eyes.
Yeah.
It seemed like he'd just watch what other people did.
It's crazy that Christian Bale picked this out way before the media meta of Tom Cruise existed.
Work out the right way to behave. So you're probably wondering, why this Rosie interview? Well, just watch.
No, I like her. I do. It's okay. It's Renee I was upset with. It's Renee in the movie with all that.
Tom has this intense energy. It seems
Yeah,
like Rosie
it's
doesn't
like
have to
acting.
try
So
to
it's
spark
like
some-
acting. It's like acting social. It's like acting social.
Pretty strong laughter, which, oddly enough, ends abruptly. Tom is praised as one of the nicest guys in Hollywood.
Tom Cruise, you are legendary for the amount of time you spend with your fans and the signings and all that time.
But where some see an intense friendliness, others see an awkward and forced delivery.
I think it's absolutely appalling when we talk about freedom of speech and human rights. I think it's appalling that they electric shock people.
We have to provide food and shelter for the homeless, while also promoting equal rights for women.
Calm down, Bateman. Really? Bateman, relax. No, really. We need to focus on the integration of intercontinental.
But is it really that out of the realm of normal? Tom opens this interview being super candid about his anxiety.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Rosie, however, is intent on showering the guy with compliments, which seem to make him slightly uncomfortable.
Got a little crush on you.
Oh my God. The song playing in the background is a song called Erla's Waltz, which I think is Olafur. Sorry. I know the song in the background and it's very rare. And I think it's called Erla's Waltz. It goes dun 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 dun. Am I on drugs? I might be on drug. Fuck. I might be on drug.
It's common knowledge that people often use laughter as a defense mechanism. Tom is incredibly shy here, so in an effort to regulate the emotions of such a high-stress situation, he
It's from your
turns to
Genevieve.
laughter.
Okay.
You don't
I
mind
fucked
it,
up.
do you?
No.
Sorry, Eric Satie. Sorry.
Scare you a little bit? Am I like an inch away from being a stalker? Because I...
Often timing it in response
This is hilarious.
to her comments.
I need to
even
start
ones
doing
that
this.
at
I think I might be more likable if I start doing this.
times aren't really that funny. What Tom's doing here...
Chat, say something funny. Say something funny. No, you think I already do? I'm the definition of can't laugh at things that I don't think are funny. I'm the definition of indifferent. Okay? I truly am. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef? I need another one. Please. Yo, give it to me again. Give me another fucking joke, please. Give me another joke, please. What do you call a dog with no legs? What? Please, one more. I gotta be more likable. Come on, one more. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No eye deer?
Something
Thank you for the sub.
just made me want to sub all of a sudden.
All right.
Here is called mirroring. It's where someone pays close attention to the other person and in an effort to make them feel seen or heard can sometimes engage in an overly
It's almost a
friendly
sociopathic
manner.
trait.
This is
Mimicking.
incredibly common in day-to-day conversation. It's a sort of social glue that keeps us connected. It's how Tom Cruise
Not to
is
that
so
degree.
effectively good at playing the good guy.
How to
and
act
he's
human
played them
.exe.
time and time again. He's had
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. You know what you know what I mean? That face that he makes?
had decades to develop this charm and approachable charisma. And while at times certainly over the top, it seems he can adapt to nearly anyone. This willingness to become a social chameleon and intense commitment to the craft has made him a box office megastar. So what would happen if you deviated from that typecast? A risk
Yes,
that
what a
could
fun
come
movie,
at the
Collateral.
expense of your career. Fortunately
I'm
for
horny.
Cruise, it would be at the direction of one of the most respected filmmakers of the last 50 years.
Tom's a very committed guy, and if I say Tom be there at 9, he'll be there 10 to 9.
Michael Mann was certain Cruise could bring a compelling intensity
Such a
to the
fun movie,
character
man.
of Vincent.
We spent about 2 or 3 months building up the character of Vincent. What Vincent was doing when he was 2, what Vincent was doing when he was 11. Tom and I had a complete understanding for every single moment.
However, we trained with special forces. I was trained by a special force guy. We were out there 10 hours a day. We did the whole thing. He did. That was one of the first movies where he was actually doing like intense training for just to hold a gun and make it look good.
A mixed bag. It was a departure from his usual roles. No one had really seen him play a
Last
character
Samurai.
who was truly villainous in quite some time. This, of course, would lead to its share of skepticism. Surely there was no way this overly positive action hero could be so menacing. And even if he could, it would definitely be hard to take him seriously.
That old Tom Cruise
Then you
smile.
watch the
Welcome to
film
the best stream
and
ever.
realize whoever doubted this
Thank you, Mason.
performance initially could not possibly have been more wrong.
I do this for a living!
Within their first interaction, you notice Vincent is a nihilist.
Tell you the truth, whenever I'm here, I can't wait to leave. Sprawled out, disconnected. You know, that's me.
He seems to discuss only the flaws within LA, even engaging in a little sarcastic back and forth.
You're one of these guys that do instead of talk. That's cool.
Vincent is incredibly good at getting Max to put his guard down. He can easily predict
I love Tom Cruise in this role.
Empathize with them.
These guys don't pay you sick leave. How much you pull down a shift? I'll make it.
It's so subtle, so
down.
good.
What's your name?
Max.
I'm Vincent.
Constantly using this emotional awareness to further his crime spree and diffuse tension. While violence is certainly an option, he avoids it if he can.
Just please, man, don't do anything.
And don't let me get
Yo, homie, is that my
While
briefcase?
At times considerate.
Flowers?
It's a waste of money. Won't mean a thing now.
She carried you in her womb for 9 months.
He's never attached.
Now we gotta make the best of it. Improvise, adapt to the environment.
But criminals don't always come in the form of people like Vincent. Most aren't as technical or fearless, but they're still pretty bold. It's incredibly frustrating to have your data leaked online. Recently, AT&T revealed that nearly all of their customers' call and text records had been exposed in a massive
Well done, my
data
friend.
breach. And it hasn't even
Well
been
done.
a few months since they admitted that
Well
over
fucking
70
done.
million
Well
of
fucking
their
done.
users'
Okay,
social
okay.
security
Well done.
numbers
Well done.
ended
Well
up
done.
on
Well
the
done.
dark
Well done.
web. The stolen logs also contain a list of every number AT&T customers
done.
called or texted. Even if you don't use them, you could still be at risk.
Yeah.
So in order to protect myself, I use Aura, the
Yep.
sponsor of today's
Hey,
video.
I watch your
Aura
content
will
for
alert
free,
me
I
if
play
they
your
find
ad.
out that my phone number or
Okay.
any other sensitive information has been compromised, and they give me fast fraud alerts if anyone tries to use that data to access my credit or bank accounts. But you also get things like transaction monitoring, a VPN, antivirus, password manager, parental controls, and identity theft insurance, all in just one app. They also have an AI-powered call assistant that screens unknown callers for spam or scams. It also scans text as well, helping you minimize the risk of phishing threats. Personally, I'm not leaving myself vulnerable to
I wouldn't
data
either.
breaches, and if you don't want to either, you can go to aura.com/Renzi and try your first
Good night, my
2
boy,
weeks
Mason.
for free. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now, there's this
Deserved.
trope in movies
Deserved.
where the main
Deserved.
villain or protagonist
This is a good video essay.
connected to something, either a loved one or a person in passing that can be used as an Achilles heel. While Max has this, Vincent does not. When your job is to be as cold, calculated, and efficient as possible, you absolve yourself of any real attachment or fault. It only serves to slow you down. This is noticed almost immediately after the first stop.
Oh my god,
No, I shot him. Bullets in the fall killed him.
You threw a man out of a window.
I didn't throw him. He fell.
Max is understandably distraught, at which point Vincent calms him down with a little
I want you to know I have $10 and the link to an Etsy witch. Say the word, and I can make Will move out to Austin.
All right, the word. There we go. The word.
whataboutism.
Max, 6 billion people on the planet, you're getting bent out of shape because of
Oh
one
my
fact.
god, I just realized how I aged. 6 billion. It was 6 billion people existed when this movie came out. 6 billion.
Have you ever heard of Rwanda?
Yes, I know Rwanda.
Nobody's killed people that fast since Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Did you bat an eye, Max?
Man, I don't know any Rwandans.
You don't know the guy that trunk either.
The thing is, he's not doing it out of empathy or morality. He's just trying to further the mission by putting Max at ease.
You promised not to tell anybody, right?
Yeah.
Get in the f***ing car.
There are even moments
The quirky music makes this sound like a comedy movie.
where you see sparks of morality, moments where the audience wants to root for the both of them.
Not get excited? How am I supposed to not get excited? Listen to you try to extort a working man. And what are you trying to pull, you sarcastic f***? I tell him he's an ass. Go ahead.
That was a little bit of Les Grossman. That was a little bit of Les Grossman. I could feel that. Listen here, fuckstick.
wants to root for the both of them.
Not get excited? How am I supposed to not get excited listening to you try to extort a working man? And what are you trying to pull, you sarcastic I tell him he's an ass. Go ahead.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
When Vincent forces Max to finally stand up for himself, it's entirely self-serving, yet it's still somewhat touching. When at the gas station, Vincent warns that Max's behavior could lead to more harm.
You attract attention, you're gonna get people killed who didn't need to be.
Vincent personally doesn't care, but he knows Max does, and he's able to play the role of the empathetic voice of reason.
Eric Sadie again.
Better, he was a criminal, involved in a continuing criminal enterprise.
Didn't PD
These
too?
little sparks of humanity are scattered throughout the film. They're what make him so terrifying.
Man. You hassling my driver again?
Vincent is not just a guy brute forcing his
Yo,
way
homie, is that
through
my
every
briefcase?
interaction. He's
Oh my god, I
clearly
may
a
have just literally said that right as he said that.
Vincent is not just a guy brute forcing his way
homie,
through
is that my
every
briefcase?
interaction. He's clearly a bad guy,
That's what he
but
says.
he can adapt to any social situation no matter the level of stress.
So, 5, thanks. Have a good night.
Yeah, mezzo. You?
Holy shit, is that?
Take this scene.
Yo. What? Is that Ruffalo? Is that a young Ruffalo?
Have a good night.
Yeah, mezzo. You?
Take this scene within the
shit.
jazz bar. Vincent convinces
I'll never forget. I'll never forget the scene. He goes, then catches his head before it hits the table.
Max to grab a drink and release tension.
Guy told me about this place off Crenshaw. All the West Coast greats played there. Dexter Gordon, Charlie Mingus.
To Max's surprise, jazz is something Vincent is deeply familiar with.
It's off note. Behind the notes. Not what's expected.
Given that he's convinced Max that they're here casually, Max is comfortable enough to chat up the jazz musician and share a drink with him.
You know, that was Miles, man.
For the owner, nothing seems out of the ordinary, and with the addition of Max, the musician puts his guard down. This, of course, ends up sealing his fate.
Oh, when he knows he's gonna die.
That's when I thought you were a cool guy. Come on, Vincent. Give the dude a pass. I'm working here. No, listen.
But it's this
I'm working here.
moment right here that I find most interesting within this scene. In an effort to maintain Max's composure, Vincent lets his emotions get in the way of business.
I'll ask a question.
No question.
Jazz question. You get it right. We roll.
We know he has a pretty strong knowledge of jazz music. He's a man who has the capacity to both understand.
I remember
and
he gets it wrong and shoots him immediately. If my memory is right.
Enjoy art. Yet he's built this
It's like-
tough
it's like
exterior
immediate.
to shield himself from any potential vulnerability.
He got the answer right. But you let him go.
To Vincent, emotion is weakness. When the urging of
It's-
Max
I remember
and
it was like,
pleading
and he's like, catches his head.
from the jazz musician fall on deaf ears, it seems to break the facade. This is the first clear instance where we find out that Vincent isn't just a violent criminal. I mean, he most certainly is ruthless and cold-blooded, but doesn't have the psychopathic lack of understanding that you usually see within these films.
And that was his flaw. That was his weakness. That's what made him not as good as a hitman as he should have been.
One line of my mother.
She hears what she wants to hear. I don't disillusion her.
Yeah, right. Maybe she hears what you tell her.
He's very articulate, able to conjure up conversations and personas on
Wait, what movie is this? Collateral Damage? No. This movie is not called Collateral Damage. This movie is called Collateral. This movie is called Collateral.
the fly whenever it's warranted. The scariest type of psychopath is the one
Collateral
that could so
Damage,
easily
if this movie was made in the 90s and it was a Steven Seagal movie, it'd be called Collateral Damage.
blend into any
Wait,
environment.
Collateral Damage is a shitty Arnold movie? I didn't even know that. I just know that that's a title. That just sounds like an old title.
He's well dressed, well groomed, well spoken, and can flip from sincere.
I'm very happy to meet you, Mrs. DeRocher.
Oh, just call me Ivy.
To extremely dangerous at a moment's notice. At times, these car conversations with Max can get pretty pretty vulnerable.
Got drunk, beat me up, foster homes, went back with him.
Now, what Max doesn't realize is that a man like Vincent will only open up if there's no risk involved. In his mind, Max's fate is already sealed.
Just take comfort knowing you never had a choice.
He's simply toying with this evening's cab driver. As the saying goes, dead men tell no tales. The film's title is Collateral, which refers to the initial payment of $700 for his cab services. At this point, it's far past the money. There's a moment at the hospital where Vincent lets Max know how easily he can appeal to those he loves by being kind and sincere towards his mother.
You paid for my flowers? They're beautiful. You must be one of Max's important clients.
You know, I like to think of myself as his friend.
This, the FBI's pursuit, and a new love interest are all leveraged against Max.
You got 10 minutes. At 10:01, I drive to the hospital and execute your mother on my way out of town.
Vincent is able to maintain composure because he knows he carries all the chips. He humors these more in-depth conversations, making small talk about dreams and life as if he were an old friend.
Millions of galaxies of hundreds of millions of stars and a speck on one. That's us, lost in space.
This adaptability is super intriguing to an audience. When we picture people who are as vicious as Vincent, they usually don't carry the sophisticated
bit of Moonlight Sonata.
his conversation skills, or his appearance. We picture monsters, people unable to blend in with the general public. Whenever he says something that's morally sound, it's almost hard to accept.
They project onto you their flaws. They don't like about themselves, their lives, whatever.
As the viewer, we're conflicted. Why should we
I like how
listen
raw
to a
it
man
is.
responsible for so much
I like how
tragedy?
raw it is.
Surely if he'd go to these extremes, anything he says should be dismissed. But that's exactly the film's intent. You're supposed to be bothered by the fact that you can share the same views or perception of ideas with such a dangerous individual.
17 million people. This is a country, the 5th biggest economy in the world, and nobody knows each other.
It makes us uncomfortable. Vincent and Max
Yeah, he's
are
got little
opposite
ramblings.
extremes.
He's got
Max
little-
is incredibly passive, usually in the perpetual service of others, who lies to protect his pride and lets his ambitions pass him by.
I offer one fat Angelino and you throw a hissy fit.
Vincent is a taker, a man who lets his actions do the talking, who has completely distanced himself from emotional attachment or a moral compass. But the scariest part of Vincent is not that he doesn't know right from wrong. He's completely aware of it, even more than the vast majority of people. He just simply doesn't care.
There's no good reason, there's no bad reason to live or to die.
Then what are you?
Oh my god, I forgot all the little random shit he talked about. I feel like this is almost a fucking Vincent podcast. I forgot he was just saying all this shit all the time.
A man who
I
has
just remember all the killing. It's
consciously
like space and galaxies. It's just insane. We're part of 1 billion. Population 6 billion people. We all fall in love.
sworn off any attempt at human connection in pursuit of financial gain.
That's what I do for a living.
A man who knows exactly what he's doing and completely accepts it. This is the crux of Vincent's ideals and what makes him such a compelling character. I really think Tom Cruise was perfect for this role. I mean, who knew he could capture terrifying subtlety so well?
I'd sit down and have meetings with him and he was, showed me pictures of where the character came from. And
how he seamlessly transitions from being a ruthless captor
What's flowing with my work
to a friendly advisor. Cruise's performance is meant to challenge our perception of morality. This makes Vincent not only one of the most memorable and chilling villains of all time, but one who is disturbingly relatable.
What a silly death. Good job, Tommy. Good job, Tommy. Okay, this has been being suggested to me a lot. I think I need to watch this. Why the Matrix still looks like $1 billion. I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to see this.
In 1999, when people thought they had seen it all in CGI, a film called The Matrix arrived. Right in the very first scene, before you barely settle down in your seat, Trinity jumps and freezes mid-air, and the camera spins around her. The moment was jaw-droppingly cool, and I'll never forget it. Over 20 years later, The Matrix still looks like $1 billion. Believe it or not, this Trinity shot wasn't done with CGI alone. Before they got it right, visual effects supervisor John Gaeta and cinematographer Bill Pope tried old-school methods like...
I can tell this narrator is somewhere within the Euros because he said supervisor.
And dollies to pull off the effect. They built a camera dolly that could move around the action super fast, but it kept breaking. They finally settled on using over 100 still cameras, each firing a split second apart. When played back at 24 frames per second, it worked like a flip book. The shots were blended together using visual effects.
This music is so like essential.
Bullet time, and will always be synonymous with The Matrix. Though bullet time has been copied a lot since, The Matrix was the first movie to do it right. It wasn't just there to look cool, it fit the story. Even today, when you rewatch the film, the effect still holds up. The bullet time sequences feel like a natural part of the Matrix world, not just a gimmick. I can't say the same thing about other films that have used bullet time. Now let's shift to the color palette. You know it immediately, the green tint that tells you you're in the Matrix. This wasn't subtle even in 1999. The green color gave The Matrix an artificial, almost sickly look. Why green? The Wachowskis wanted The Matrix to feel unappealing, and they felt green was the most unappealing color. Think back to the 90s when CRT monitors...
Bro, I remember these keyboards. Fuck, I had one of those, bro. The split keyboard, man. I remember that, the split keyboard. It was a thing, and I just don't know if people use that anymore, but it was a thing. I do remember that. I also remember how heavy these fuckers were.
90s when CRT monitors had that green glow. Not every DOS prompt was green, but it made sense for The Matrix. Like bullet time, the color added value to the story. There have been other films with green palettes.
The ball mouse.
But none can justify it as The Matrix can. This kind of green was not easy to achieve. The Matrix was shot on Kodak Vision film stock with Panavision Primo lenses. This was before the digital cinema era, which makes the color choices even more impressive. Most of the color work was done during production design.
Stop! Don't say "wake up, Vincent." Stop! You're gonna. What if my whole life just came into me watching this as a opportunity to wake me up from the fucking the nap I've been living in?
This was before the time of digital intermediates, like the full color grading used in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
In chat is just the input. Chat is just the packets being sent into my brain to try and wake me up.
Later, The Matrix is a great example of a film
using the IRC fucking
set. If the walls had to be green, it was painted green.
Internet relay chatting into my brain
to eliminate as much blue
chunks,
as possible from
just
the
chunks
Matrix
going into my
scenes.
brain.
And that's because blue was used to represent
the year's 2000
it helped
fucking
guide us
one.
through a complex story, much like how Christopher Nolan used different color tones to distinguish dream levels in Inception. They made everything in the real world look run down and deteriorated. Unlike the sanitized spaceships you see in sci-fi films, the Nebuchadnezzar looks like a well-used trash can with wires hanging out. They took the trouble to wet down the surfaces to get gleaming highlights on the ship. The cinematography of The Matrix is truly underappreciated. The typical T-stop for the film was T2.8 and T4. However, there are tons of slow-motion sequences that were shot at about 300 frames per second with a special Claremont Wilcon 12 camera. These shots had to be lit to an insane T11, sometimes T16, and they had to do that at the flip of a switch, so to speak. To save money in lighting, they used 1,000 par cans to light these scenes. The main lighting was often soft to stay away from the wide-angle lenses the Wachowskis preferred to use. There was very little fill light because Bill Pope loved his deep, rich blacks. Most of the film was shot with tungsten lighting, and there were a lot of Kino flows used throughout the film to get that digital look. They used green gels when necessary. I remember at the time the critics were not so enamored with the green look, but over time, it has proven to be the right choice for the film.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it helped that
the
age.
success of The Matrix started a terrible trend of blue and green films, and it lasted for most of the decade later. The sound design of The Matrix is incredible. The sound of every punch and kick
Stop trying to hit me and hit
with
me.
the rhythm of the music, adding energy to the fight scenes. One of the most iconic sound moments comes during the helicopter shootout scene. The loud gunfire and the sound of shell casings hitting the floor makes the scene unforgettable.
Weed Shop
Even
3.
without the visuals,
If you know, you know.
the sound alone tells you something epic is happening. The Wachowskis weren't just setting a new standard for visuals, they redefined what sound design could do in an action movie. It's no wonder the sound editing and mixing won an Academy Award along with the visual effects. And let's not forget the music. The movie's industrial, metal, and electronic soundtrack fits the dystopian world perfectly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine The Matrix with any other
dress.
kind of music? It basically screams counterculture. The Matrix also
Rage.
dives deep, maybe too deep,
Color
into
palette's really
philosophical
cool in this.
territory. Think of Neo's choice between the red pill and the blue pill. On the
Iconic.
surface, it's simple. Choose
Fucking
reality or
iconic.
stay in the illusion. But it taps into one of the film's core themes, the nature of reality. Do we accept the world as it is, or do we question everything? The Wachowskis weren't just creating a visually stunning film, they made a story that makes you think. This was a movie people had to watch at least twice to fully understand.
Yeah.
And each time you get more out of it. The
I remember
questions
watching
The
this as a
Matrix raises
12-year-old,
are
my
more
brain getting
relevant
blown.
than ever. And no other film before or since captures the uncertainty of the information age as well as this one does. The Wachowskis borrowed heavily from Hong Kong action cinema like the ones John Woo made, anime like Ghost in a Shell and Akira, and philosophy from books like Simulacra and Simulation by the philosopher Jean Baudrillard. Every time you watch a movie that slows down for no reason except to appear cool, remember The Matrix, where slow motion moments feel integral to the film. The slowing down of time and consciousness is built into the premise. Few films have matched this sense of purpose in their effects.
What a fun
The Matrix
movie.
was well before its time, and many cool ideas were killed
This
right
music
in the
is
beginning.
making me feel so
Switch,
fucking
played by a
old
woman,
and
was originally
existential.
supposed to be played by androgynous actors, male in the real world, female in the Matrix. This ties into the trans themes subtly woven into the film, as the Wachowskis were exploring their own gender identities at the time. The fact that the film got made at all is a miracle. The Wachowskis spent 5.5 years refining the script, going through 14 drafts. Executives
fun.
struggled to
That's so
picture
cool.
how the film would look on screen, so they commissioned over 600
Not like
storyboards.
this.
Once
Not
the
like
kids saw the
this.
coloring books, they were sold.
Remember that?
What's
Chat.
impressive
She goes like this. Not like this. Not like this. Remember that? Holy shit. Surprise, asshole. Bet you didn't see this one coming. God damn you, Cypher.
is how the Wachowskis were able to pull from so many
I don't believe it. Believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're gonna burn.
different influences and still create something that feels completely unique. They out-Tarantino. Think about it. It's easier to relate to the dystopian world of The Matrix than the world in, let's say, The Walking Dead, for example. I consider The Matrix to be the second greatest science fiction film ever made. It truly differentiates between films that claim to be science fiction but are just science fantasy. Just because they use sciencey words doesn't make it science
I
fiction.
love that
They
shot.
need to
That
follow the
when he
laws of
looks like he's
science
floating
push
and
the
he's like,
imagination.
this is our training program or whatever he says.
And further, The Matrix balances so many science fiction ideas in such a seamless manner, it delivers a sense of awe and fear.
When I bite into the steak, the Matrix tells me that it's chewy. I want to be somebody important. And I don't want to remember anything.
If you really understand The Matrix, you know it's a horror film. Now that we're collectively obsessed
Maybe
with
an
technology,
actor or
artificial
something.
intelligence, and virtual reality, the movie's warnings about control and illusion have only become more pressing. The idea of questioning reality itself, of wondering if the world around us is even real, resonates big time. You could argue it as a harbinger to what's coming, probably a lot sooner than we
It's
imagined.
the smell.
When it was released, The Matrix
If
did
there
feel
is
a
such a
bit
thing.
opaque, maybe trying to cram in too many ideas into one movie. But maybe this is why you can rewatch it again and again and use it as a subject of philosophical study. The editing of the film should get a lot of credit, and rightly so. The Matrix won its 4th Academy Award for its editing. So, why does The Matrix still look like $1 billion? The Wachowskis wanted to make an action movie about ideas, and in that they succeeded.
Damn.
The Matrix is a heady
I
combination
think this is
of
worth you
groundbreaking
subscribing.
visual
This
effects,
video is so good that I think
philosophical
you have to
depth,
subscribe to
unforgettable
me.
sound design, and steadfast direction. The Wachowskis weren't just ahead of their time, they made a film that still feels ahead of our present time. That's the definition of a
You
great
hear that,
science
Mr.
fiction.
Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. That is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. My name is Neo.
Film. Now that you've taken the YouTube red pill, the rabbit hole goes even deeper. Check out this
Okay,
next
why
video
Titanic
and see
still
how
looks like
far
$1
it
trillion
really
bucks?
goes.
Okay, relax. Relax. I'm not falling for that one, okay? I'm not falling for that. Okay. Oh, shit. Why Steven Spielberg avoids a wide open aperture. The marvelization of cinema.
Is this
Oh,
a sub
shit.
you're thanking me for?
When you accidentally make the perfect indie film. Oh, fuck, bro. Blade Runner. Making a Blade Runner. Yeah. When an actor forgets he's acting. Yeah, dude. I think I need to do that. Oh my god, it's got fucking Nicolas Cage. Nifty, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Marvelization of cinema is 30 minutes long. I know it's probably good. Ooh, why modern movies look so clean and how to fix them. I'm not really interested in that one. Cinema content. The Marvelization of cinema. That's 36 minutes. I do need to watch when actors forget that. When an actor forgets he's acting. I think I do need that one.
This video is brought to you by Mubi. Get a whole month free at mubi.com/docinema.
Yep. Bro.
When someone brings up Nicolas Cage, the most common reaction people have is, oh, there's that weird guy. And to be honest, Nicolas Cage is a pretty eccentric guy, with some unique performances, to say the least.
Love him.
Not the beast! K-K-L-M-N-O-P! Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X-Y-Z!
Nicolas Cage is one of the most memed actors out there. TikTok and Instagram are filled with countless Nicolas Cage memes, from parodies to tributes and compilation clips.
It never just goes away.
Damn, that video was so good.
Bards live.
I subscribed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. 2 months. It never just goes away.
Of him absolutely losing his mind. But even though he is an incredibly skilled actor who has worked with some of the best directors out there, Nicolas Cage is not universally loved and is often perceived as a joke due to these constant memes.
What are these f***ing iguanas doing on my coffee table?
Which made me question, why? So today, we're gonna dive into the weirdly brilliant and chaotic world of Nicolas Cage in an attempt to understand the man behind the memes.
By the way, Vampire's Kiss is one of his favorite movies that he ever acted in.
So, who is Nicolas Cage? Nicolas Cage was actually born as Nicholas Kim
Coppola.
That's because he is part of the highly esteemed Coppola entertainment family. His grandfather was composer Carmine Coppola, his uncle is director Francis Ford Coppola, and his cousin is actress and director Sofia Coppola.
Did you know that?
He didn't want people to blame his success on his family name.
Sofia Coppola,
so he
wild
decided to pave his
director,
own
by the
path
way.
and changed his
Wild
name early
director.
on in his career.
I changed my name because I was doing a little movie called Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I was still Nicholas Coppola, and people would not stop saying things like, I love the smell of Nicholas in the morning because of Apocalypse Now, and Robert Duvall saying, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and it made it hard to work, and I decided, I don't need this. So I changed it to Cage.
Oh, I've never heard
by
him
Marvel hero
actually
Luke Cage and famed
talk
composer
about that.
John Cage, he ditched the Coppola name and became Nicolas Cage.
Johnny Cage.
At the beginning of his career, Cage kinda got typecast as the unconventional but charismatic guy in various love stories, like in Valley Girl and Peggy Sue Got Married.
Can't take him
but he later
seriously.
branched out across multiple genres, showing
Cannot
that
take
he is
him
a true
seriously.
chameleon of his craft. In 1995, he won his first and only Oscar with Leaving Las Vegas.
That's insane,
He
though.
accepted the role knowing that nobody wanted to play a screenwriter with a drinking problem, and simply saw it as a challenge. In the following years,
I had
he
no
started
idea he was
specializing into the action and horror films that
an
most of
Oscar
us will
award-winning
learn
actor
from,
that early on.
eventually becoming a household name for many popular film series and turning into one of Hollywood's highest paid actors. So, with his newfound wealth, the most logical thing for Nicolas Cage to do was to heavily splurge it on lavish purchases such as exotic animals, including 2 cobra snakes, an African crow,
Hi, Hoogan.
a black dragon, and outbidding Leonardo DiCaprio for a 70-million-year-old dinosaur skull.
When the Mongolian government said that they needed it back, I gave it to them, but I never got my money back. So somebody at the auction house should be in jail.
Not to mention his golden Lambo purchase, inspired by the golden Ferrari from Fellini's movie.
Yeah, but
Spirit
car
of the
purchases
Dead.
are so small compared. Like,
Here beyond the gates.
of course, somebody who makes money is going to buy a nice car. That's.
It's
He
safe
thinks
to
he's
say
hot
Nicolas
shit.
Cage is an extravagant man, both on and off screen. But despite his grand cinematic presence,
Not
the
the
perception of
beige.
Cage isn't always appreciated by audiences. His popularity has gone through
I just
many
know
ups
him.
and
I know
downs,
all the
and there are
sounds
not
and all
many
these
actors
scenes.
out there whose internet reception has been so divided.
Wow. The plot thickens. Didn't even know you had a plot.
No kidding.
Which brings us to the
Bro.
memification of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is an actor who loves to go just that little extra mile. When this man appears
he
on
should.
screen, you know it's about to go down. Cage simply dominates every single scene he is in, no matter how small the role. That's why over the years his famous freakouts have received the term Cage
I love
rage.
his freakouts.
But his over-the-top performances are not without thought. Cage describes his unique style of acting as nouveau shamanic, combining exaggerated physical movements and facial expressions of German expressionism with Japanese kabuki theater and practices from ancient shamans.
I don't think it's
All
that
actors
deep.
really hail from the early medicine men and the shamans in the villages pre-Christianity, where they would put on masks and act out. And
I stand
really
corrected.
they were probably pretty crazy, but they would go in and find answers to questions. Today, you're called psychotic if you do that.
To quote Cage, you don't feel like you're acting, you feel like you're being.
No, that's my approach to streaming as well. Yeah, guys, that's my approach to streaming as well. Okay? That's why you get what you get.
Exciting. I'd love to be on set with you.
Yeah, thanks.
A great example of this method is his breakout role in Moonstruck.
What am I? Fucking stuffing! You know that scene what I'm talking about right now? What am I? Fucking! You know when he has the mustache?
Where he takes inspiration from a German expressionist classic.
There's a moment where I raise the wooden hand and I say, I lost my hand, I lost my bride. And I think I got that idea from watching Fritz Lang's Metropolis. I was inspired by a moment.
Oh,
in that
Metropolis,
movie where
back in the
doctor
day.
ripped off the glove from his metallic hand.
Metropolis
and he
before
did that, and
Metropolis.
I wanted to be kind of German expressionistic.
Go big or go home has been a notion that has continued with Cage ever since. For his follow-up movie Vampire's Kiss, Nicolas Cage truly
This movie's
went all
insane
out.
if you haven't
he
seen it.
carefully studied the vampire performance from the 1922
Insane.
movie Nosferatu,
Nosferatu.
and added some Nicolas Cage sauce to it, which will get you something like this. The New York Times felt the movie was both dominated and destroyed by Cage's erratic performance, and that's essentially the risk that Cage is taking. Overdoing a part to achieve a desired effect can be very tricky to pull off. The wackiness of his acting ended up resulting in people rolling their eyes at him, saying that his methods worked against him. However, the irony of this box office flop was that it later turned into a cult classic, and eventually led to some of Cage's most memorable roles, like the action movies Face Off and Con Air. But all the memes don't seem to sit all that well with the actor himself. In his own words, I didn't get into Hollywood to become a meme. Nicolas
What
Cage
is
is
up
an
with
actor
this
who is
song, bro? This is a different channel.
greatly misunderstood by the Hollywood masses. He is either perceived as over the top or brilliant, but at the end of the day, all he wants is to perform. Unfortunately, due to his excessive spending habits and several real estate investments, he became a victim of the 2008 financial crisis, owing the IRS $14 million for federal income and property tax.
Ooh.
Simultaneously, he had to deal with multiple failed marriages
Ooh, I like that
and a
fit.
$20 million lawsuit against his former business manager,
Jesus.
while also spending millions of dollars on his mother's fees for staying in an institution to treat her mental health condition. Instead of filing for bankruptcy, Nicolas Cage moved to Las Vegas
I can't believe
and
he's drunk
decided to
driving.
lock in, sometimes doing 3 to 4 films a year.
Yep.
Cage stated, regardless of the caliber of the project, work was my guardian angel. This
Yeah.
forced NicolasAge to act in some of the most low-budget action thrillers you
He
can
was in
think
some
of,
insane
receiving
shit that
abysmal
he shouldn't have
reviews
been
on
in.
Rotten Tomatoes. Cage's
Okay, The
popularity
Wicker Man
began
was
to
great.
suffer from this career
Let's
shift.
talk about Left Behind. Left Behind is one that was like, I remember watching Left Behind and I was like, oh my god, Nicolas Cage is cooked.
With many considering his status demoted to that of a B-list actor, and giving more fuel to the haters that he was always a bad actor. In 2023, he told The Guardian that he was potentially the first actor who went through a memification. He acknowledges that people were only putting the focus on the meltdown scenes without prior context. He said, I was frustrated because I didn't know what people were taking from the movies other than that. But in the past few years, Nicolas Cage has been back on an upward trajectory of
Yeah, he
critical
has been.
acclaim. His
He has
2018 movie Mandy was a fantastic reintroduction of his talents,
One of Will's
playing into
favorite
the
movies.
darkness and rage that became more subdued in previous characters. Not to mention his 2021 movie Pig, playing a reclusive truffle hunter on a mad search to find his stolen beloved pig, now considering the movie to be his favorite that he starred in.
I thought it was like a folk song. I thought it was like a haiku. I felt that in that movie, I had become seasoned and I had entered the room.
In 2022, Nicolas Cage decided, let's embrace the meme and played a fictionalized version of himself in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, together with another meme icon, Pedro Pascal. In this movie, he plays two versions of himself. Nick Cage, a Hollywood actor that has fallen from grace, riddled with countless debts and fractured family relationships. And then there's Nicky Cage, a figment of his imagination that represents the traits of Cage's outrageous acting style. In a sense, this project was an artistic expression of his
I like how he's dressed exactly like his old interview.
Taking on the role was a way of embracing what had happened to me. Ironically, the film has also fallen into meme territory, with Nick and Pedro's car scene birthing countless new memes. Cage knows he's playing into the meme narrative by playing himself, and that's just fine. This man's work is doing all the talking for his craft. And to top it all off, the 2023 movie Dream Scenario by A24 is sort of like Nicolas Cage meets Inception. He's playing a teacher who starts appearing as multiple versions of himself in people's dreams. Kind of like the movie Being John Malkovich, where every actor becomes actor John Malkovich.
Just by being in people's
Film critic
dreams.
Peter Bradshaw referred to the movie as Nicolas Cage has perhaps never been Nicolas Cageier in what could be his Nicolas Cageiest performance ever. Cage's goal has always been about his talent, doing things the Cage way. In a society that is so quick to judge others for being weird, Nicolas Cage justifies that it's cool to march to the beat of your own drum. When all is said and done, Nicolas Cage remains a legend and one of Hollywood's most iconic performers.
There are those folks that are probably thinking that the only good acting that I can do is the acting that I chose to do by design, which was more operatic and, you know, larger than life and so-called cage rage and all that. But you're not going to get that every time.
While Nicolas Cage has some upcoming movie releases in 2025, he's not sure how much longer he'll be doing films. He said, "I feel I've pretty much said what I've had to say with cinema. I think I have to do maybe 3 or 4 movies before I can get there, and then hopefully switch formats and go into some other way of expressing my acting.
Daddy.
Whatever that may be, it's always a surprise with Nicolas Cage. You may not always like it, but you can't deny it. This man has got style. And style
from the
is here to stay.
hell of
In the meantime,
living.
if you want to have a laugh or a cry, I highly recommend watching Nicolas Cage in Leaving Las Vegas, and also Adaptation by Spike Jonze, which are
Adaptation.
currently streaming on Mubi.
Insane.
Not only in my country, the Netherlands, but in many other countries. Mubi is a curated streaming service dedicated to elevating great cinema from all around the globe. From iconic directors to emerging auteurs, there's always something new to discover. And the best thing is that they are all carefully handpicked by Mubi curators, allowing you to discover the best cinema at your fingertips, streaming anytime, anywhere.
We work anytime, anywhere. We work Jewish holidays? Anytime, anywhere.
You can try Mubi.
Yep. I know. What good acting looks like. When the parody surpasses the original. Ooh, that seems fun. When the screenwriter hates the movie. I see a trend in cinema essay. The screenwriter hates the movie. Ooh. Ooh, Sleepy Recluse, thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you. Well, dialogue doesn't get much better than this. Ooh, there's great acting, then there's Denzel Washington. Ooh, there's so much goodness here. What good acting looks like, I think would be great.
Rick fucking Dalton.
Stand by.
That's fucking it.
Okay, so Rick Dalton is my favorite character that came out of Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the reason for that is because of how Leonardo DiCaprio took on the role.
Quentin Tarantino writes characters unlike anybody else, and so there really was only one person who could play Rick, and that was Leonardo DiCaprio.
In a scene that captures Rick's last emotional work in Hollywood, we get
I
to
love that
understand
scene.
its origins come from a conversation he has with Trudy Frazier, played
I
by
love
Julia
that.
Butters. And so let's pause and go back to that moment. Yeah, right here.
What's happening to Easy Breezy
Yeah, it was
now?
white cheddar popcorn.
He's not the best anymore. In fact, far from it. And
What Tarantino gives us is a well-needed explanation for Rick's existential career crisis, comparing Rick to the character in a Western book about a Bronco buster who no longer is the best in the West.
You know, Rick is a good-looking guy, came out to Hollywood, wanted to do Westerns because he knows he looks good in a cowboy outfit. He likes playing with guns. He likes riding horses. He knows he looks good on a horse. And now it's 1969, and the culture has changed. And guys like him spent their whole careers running pocket combs through their pompadours. they're out on their ass.
And we see throughout the film that Rick has been on all sides of the good, the bad, and the ugly that Hollywood has to offer during this time. He started off as a lead in a hit TV series called Bounty Law, playing as Jake Cahill, where he gets a taste of Hollywood and ends up deciding to leave the show and try to make it as an actor in film.
For me, it was trying to capture what kind of actor Rick was and what his potential ultimately was, because in a lot of ways the script that he handed me was a man dealing with his own mortality. As soon as he has that Al Pacino sequence in the opening of the film, you understand that he's at a real turning point in his life. And
that scene, by the way, is when Marvin Schwartz, an agent who urges him to do spaghetti westerns in Italy, changes Rick's perspective of himself entirely. And so, if you haven't realized it by now, Rick Dalton is at his lowest point in his career, albeit surrounding him is complete luxury. He doesn't feel
I'm gonna look good
fulfilled
like
with
Brad
his
Pitt when
life,
I get
and
older,
more
okay?
specifically his
George
ability
Clooney,
to be
Brad
a
Pitt
good
combo.
actor. This can be better understood when you realize the decision to give Rick Dalton a slight stutter was a choice made by DiCaprio to illustrate further how Rick's confidence has diminished.
Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. That's a good part.
Yeah, it is.
We actually get to see all of this come together during his performance in the first scene of Lancer, where at first he messes up a line.
Line? Go fetch her and tell her what?
And then messes up a scene.
Line.
Maybe he already has.
Maybe. God damn it, I fucked this whole thing up. Sam, I did. I fucked this whole thing up. Can we just go back? Can we just cut? Can we just cut?
No, really, just
No, really, Sam, please. God damn
Maybe
it.
he already has. Maybe he already has.
So this is why I feel DiCaprio did an amazing job at capturing who Rick Dalton is. Someone that has lost their ability to compose themselves as an actor and hold any integrity of a character outside the stage. It also seems like he had a better understanding than Tarantino did about Rick.
Leo had a whole thing at some point. It was like, look, I need to ruin it during the Lancer sequence. All right. And when I blow the scene, I need to have a real crisis of conscience about it. And I have to come back from that.
It's what makes his last performance so effective. That scene where he's walking back, determined to perform after having a fit in his trailer.
What was that? Jesus.
You're an actor.
Right. You're sitting there like a fucking baboon.
And I think I'm really glad we got to do that sequence, because it really
love that scene.
Bound those two moments together, and it became, like I said, our own little unique mini film within this great Hollywood epic.
And that mini film within a film idea that they're talking about was this scene.
Puts $50,000 in my lap. Right, this little pitcher down a well. You got that, Boston? Huh?
Yeah.
All right, messenger boy.
He's just really trying to act his ass off.
Give me evil, sexy Hamlet. Settle into it. Enjoy it. And cut!
Something I noticed about this final act is that it wasn't that good, and it gives me the impression that the characters in the scene who are reacting to Rick's performance as stellar acting, and we as the audience reacting to what is seemingly a mediocre performance, appreciate the effort more than we appreciate the result.
I thought it was good.
Effort. I don't see Rick Dalton as an amazing actor.
I would have taken that scene.
Trudy, who
I would have
mentions
taken that
was
scene.
The best acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
Thank you.
I would have taken that scene. I thought that
she
was
could
great.
have said it was scary, she believed it, she felt
Yeah, fucking
uncomfortable.
critics. What the hell?
Something to imply that it almost felt real. And not to say that all acting should feel real, but that we should believe in the context of the story. But instead, Trudy mentioned that was the best acting I'd ever seen, which to me indicates we rather see a performance we can relate to, appreciate, and come to understand the actor's struggle more than witness a well-choreographed actor. This moment also gave Rick the confidence to accept a fate in spaghetti westerns in Italy and eventually return to Hollywood and retire. We see the arc of a character go from success to struggle and then acceptance, and then Tarantino puts this very clearly, showing Rick's last scene rising forward, crossing the gates of his own life to a new opportunity.
Good fit. I would wear that.
One other thing I'd like to mention before I wrap things up, aside from DiCaprio's role as Rick Dalton, is Brad Pitt's performance as Cliff Booth. In real life,
Yeah.
DiCaprio was nominated for Best Actor and Brad Pitt as Best Supporting Actor, but I like to think that those roles could easily be switched. And I think Tarantino would agree, seeing that there's a reason he put both their names simultaneously in the opening
I
credits.
enjoy the old days, but I wouldn't have a career nowadays. Back then, I wouldn't have a career back then.
They're on equal footing. And while we don't see as much of an arc with Cliff Booth as we do with Rick, he does set up a beautiful trio that exists in the film.
I do think of the scene of Brad Pitt on the
Rick,
roof
Cliff,
often.
and Sharon happen to be three different stages that might exist in Hollywood. Rick is at his lowest point, not even getting to hit it big in Hollywood, and moved further from it, while Sharon is invited to parties, knows directors, and stars in films. And Cliff is right there, taking a back seat to everything. Not the lead, but still tagging along. It's an interesting way to divide the film in three sections, cutting to and from the different ways Hollywood can affect people. And while I could have talked more about the technical aspects of the film, which are amazing, I wanted to bring attention to one of the more impactful scenes in the film. I think when watching films and appreciating film form, something that can be overlooked is the effort put into a film. The appreciation we have for cinema comes from a deep humanistic viewpoint we share with each other. We're all just people, and we're all just trying.
Well done. Well said. Well said. Well said. Well said. Well said. Well fucking said. Mm-hmm. I swear Brad Pitt died and became a new person. There's no way that's the same Brad Pitt. You guys ready?
So you and I, if we were married.
So sad. Surviving his ex-girlfriend's rocket launcher? Bro, this channel is using movie scenes and like clickbaiting movie scenes like as if this is shit that is just now happening. This is insane, man. She Instagram.com/CYR. And then I'm going that night. Good night, guys. It's going to be on her channel. Okay? Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. Let me go.